having a really bad game, and Glaive just like takes it off of him. I think it was towards the end of Lucky, and he just takes it off of him and starts running it in gun rounds. So yeah, you know, I get it. Glaive perfectly good with a gun, but yeah, let's find out if Astralis have the faith, have the ability today to take down Imperial as they should. It's a fast wrap towards Hell. First pick Farley out of the sky, and Farley's dead again. Fer kills him twice over.
Farley, he's doubled himself, maybe this way. Actually,
0-2.
We've got 2 Operas now for Astralis, and there's the one of them's not Glaive. Zipnik's coming through, ripping apart Fallen, so a double Farley death and 1 for Fallen. BLUEJAYS now in the vent. Imperial starting to adjust to the possible slip through the defense down towards the B site. Back up towards A, and here comes Glaive.
Running them down to the back of the site. Bolts is picked by Zip, and now the bomb plant in. Imperial have the kit. Astralis, they didn't need config in this round to find those openers. A 3-on-5 that they flipped on its head up through the vent. Comes Fer, Blame picks Vinny out of the sky, and great shooting for the P250, getting loud in the pistol round as Astralis steal it away.
Still got the doubly Farley though. Means dangerous, I've been told time and time again. In fact, one of them has a capital F and the other one doesn't. So
who's who?
Who is the real Farley at this point? Who are we missing?
I mean,
we're missing a bit of config, obviously.
Yeah.
But
I mean, his name is capitalized, so I guess the top one's fake. But unless config's trolling us, maybe he's changed his name for the meme.
Maybe he has.
Maybe we'll never know.
I think that's more likely. Well, Imperial have decided to force buy back into this one. It's going to be falling out with the Scout and the MP9s alongside the 5.7 around it. So we'll see if Imperial can bite back here. His heavy rifle presence for Astralis. 3 picked up, 2 AKs. BLUEJAYS getting chunked down to half HP already. A good start for Imperial. Ba-bang. I almost felt bad for Vinny when he first joined this team.
Yeah, he definitely had some rough performances. He definitely
but I also just felt like
get in.
This could just be a death move, but it actually worked out to be the competitive roster he hoped it would be.
Yeah, that was something that you know they even talked about differently. I feel like when this roster was formed, players at Fallen were saying, "Yeah, it's it's not a content team, but you know that's the term being used, but maybe that's not the term he used. You know, he accepted it for what it was. We're not going to win championships." And Vinny immediately was like, "No, we're going to be competitive. We're going to try and win. We're going to be the best." And I like the fighting talk. And Imperial, they put their money where their mouth was at the major, Dinko. They showed up in a big way, even eliminating Cloud9.
Didn't put their money where their mouth was at Dallas, though. Did not go well for them over
there.
there.
No, what was that, 0-2?
Yeah, 0-2 last
in
the competitions. They lost to Furia in the opening 16-9, and then they went on to lose to Team Liquid in the follow-up. But that was really a very quick turnaround for these guys. And I mean, they're not the young spring chickens they used to be, and they're not so used to the intense tournament schedule. That's a lot of damage for FNX. Couldn't slip away. Blame's just walking.
He's moonwalking into that kill.
Using his back, you know, huge
just trying
back.
to shove him out the way.
Soaking up all the bullets.
Yeah, well, okay, going back to those Dallas results, I guess losing to Furia, I'd say Imperial are the second best Brazilian team. Better than MIBR.
Come to Brazil, Hugo.
Come to Brazil. I would love to, actually.
Let's do it.
Let's go, right now.
That should be the name of the tourism board. I keep saying it, you know. Come to Brazil.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
You won't. Oh, quick. Farley or Config, I couldn't tell you who. He's fast.
Very fast. No, maybe look at Config's inventory right now on Steam and figure out which gloves he has.
That might do it.
We might be able to tell.
I'm just guessing that the first... Can we spec one? Or does it let us? Or is it... Yeah, there's Config. You got the photo, see?
Yeah. So, it must be trolling us here.
I don't know.
BLUEJAYS is 23 HP. He's already softened up, but Astralis still going to keep it clean. Re-smoking main. Keeping themselves locked in, no problem on the site. Imperial really shouldn't be getting anything out of this. Kind of want to make that MAC-10 and MP9 get some cash here. Build it up for Astralis early on. They're sending the MAC-10 on through. Holding it down, Fallen and FNX actually getting a lot of damage here. It's just the SMGs left. If they can grab a couple of these rifles, that'll be massive for Imperial. They're running after them. Bomb is blowing them in all different directions, but an 8K just about stolen into the next round for Vinny.
That's a very successful round, right? Win the follow-up here. If Imperial get their first buy round done, Astralis are in a bit of a predicament on some of these players when it comes to money. Farley is deciding whether he wants that orb in the first full buy. If he wants to risk the entire economy, might be worth it. He's going to go right for it. Up against Fallen, who's got his as well, and Vinny with the AK. FNX on ramp. Fallen's got that quick hut peep, but Astralis aren't rushing the A site. They're lining up late smokes outside. No Molotovs here to disrupt them, as Imperial have already used a lot of utility out of fear of a rush.
I've been loving the production here at this competition. I just love how we have everything so smooth. We got the Pinnacle in the game. We got custom skins. There's another level being brought to it all.
Yeah, it's been very clean.
It's been very clean. Not clean for Astralis in that last round, though. So opportunities here for Imperial. Trying to bring them down early, put them down on some weaker buys going into the next. Slow for Astralis towards outside. Here come the smokes.
Good drop for Fur.
Oh, a little bit of a gap to play with for Fallen. Oh, so quick. That's definitely falling.
Yeah.
Lovely pick onto Fallen. Advantage now siding with Astralis. Glaive is getting so much control as he begins his wrap around Heaven.
Yeah, you've got lower, you've got Heaven. They could, again, take this B control, force rotates, and come back up the vent, see what Glaive gets in this position. They're trying to fight both sites at the same time. Fur's been here since before the smokes, though. They've just got to walk past him. Honestly, they could get into the vent and come up easily. They're going to double back through main, take the safe route rather than walking to the danger zone, but there's danger around every corner. Vinny with 2 off the AK. Glaive will trade out of Heaven, but it's too little, too late. Bolt to the back of the site. He's going to get overwhelmed as well. Just enough time to plant, you'd think, unless FNX can stop them from Heaven. They might just win the kills instead. Does he stick or does he fake?
He has to plant.
He fakes, and that's not going to be enough for config. FNX does not bite, and Imperial picked their first up.
Fantastic from Imperial to find that. Astralis now into a position where you're looking at 3K average, some on less. At this point, you can half invest, but you're not going to be looking down a pretty buy at all. And that means Imperial will be able to get into this CT half pretty early on. It's always a ballsy decision to fake plant at 4 seconds.
Yeah, you've just seen so many players fly your way, right? Like one come up the vents, one peek from Heaven. You just think you're going to get run down. Config wants to try and win it on merit alone.
Oh, leg
dear.
shot. Sure, second peek.
Peaks.
All right, Fallen.
Balls.
And because of that, he delays them. He splits them up, and FNX is able to come down on the rotation from Hell, able to double up and puts it down to BLUEJAYS and Glaive. Forces push to the lobby. He's found the bomb. Now lose BLUEJAYS, the last remaining player. He's got the Galil looking to rattle away. Does take Forts' life, but it's chunked down to half HP in doing so, and Vinny just pushes through the squeaky door, wraps it up. 2 in a row now for Imperial.
Yeah, not playing with much respect. I like it. A lot of early aggression in the lobby. Fallen trying to win rounds off of his spawn. Took the hut peek last round, then goes to ramp, make the right read this time. It's Astralis on eco. Config at least has a little more to play with, but by and large, just Glocks here.
Ah, yes.
For Techie, they're just trying to figure out how to change their Steam name now.
Yep, that's probably it. You know, players and technology doesn't really go well all the time, Hugo.
Yeah,
for people that sit on computers all day, basically, technology does elude them.
That's why we have our admins right behind them to fix all problems, to get ahead of the curve, to, I don't know, unplug, plug. I don't know my tech, and I sit in front of a computer all day.
Turn it on and off again.
Exactly. That's all you need.
Well, I don't know if BLUEJAYS is just massive or his mouse mat is slightly smaller than usual.
Both.
All right, that's the answer.
I like the little pink mouse as well.
I was looking for, yeah. It is pretty cool.
Cute.
A lot of people rocking the pink mice these days.
Are you a wireless mouse gamer?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you don't use wireless these days, I'm going to go wireless keyboard eventually. Apparently the technology's getting there. A couple of pro players had it at the last event.
Yeah, I don't think it's not at the point where it doesn't hold you back. I remember when they used to hold you back. Like, why would you game with a wireless X or Y? But they don't hold you back by any means.
Interesting talking point for both of these teams. Both of them now have their coaches back with them.
Yes.
So we had Astralis at the last event. Trace had a visit to Iran 10 years ago for some sort of promotional thing and got banned from entering the US. So not banned, but he just had to go through a different visa process. It would take too long. But he's now back. And for the other side of things, Peacemaker was banned from everything. So he's back and ready to play. He got cleared on everything over there. So back ready to play for, or coach rather, for Imperial.
Let's sub him in. Put him in the server. Full bit mode.
Peacemaker's been around more than me, though.
He has, yeah. He's Mr. Worldwide, coach-wise.
Yeah.
Went to China, yeah. Went to Heroic. He's been all over.
Mad Lions.
Yep.
What were they called him? Were they Imperial before Mad Lions? Is this the second time he's been under Imperial?
Yeah, was that was that the same Imperial? I don't think it was.
No, I don't think it was the same organization, but it was called Imperial.
Yeah, no, you're right there.
Imperialists everywhere, man.
Got to watch out around every corner.
Do you play Skyrim?
No, I play Counter-Strike.
I was going to ask if you were an Imperial or Stormcloak, but
neither.
We don't have that cultural link.
No, I do play Pokemon though.
Now you're just lying.
A little bit.
Ooh, Verp. Oh, big, massive kill with that.
Huge kill, Dinko.
Unbelievable, really.
Oh, Glaive stalling it.
Bolts.
Accept your death.
Bolts. No, Bolts is. It's cool to see Bolts back.
Yeah, he's been solid.
And he's so good. And it's, at the major, you know, you've seen him at the major. He's so emotional, actually. You can see how much it kind of meant to him to be back at the major. And it's great to see the hunger still. That about 3-3, all tied up. And here comes the buyout for Astralis. Utility being picked up as well. No AWP for the Rail Firelink. I love how that's still just Firelink ×2.
Yeah. I saw them refresh the HUD earlier. Didn't fix it.
I think because it's a capital F on the Rail Firelink and lowercase, surely it's config just trolling at this point.
I couldn't tell you.
Or maybe it's just had a rebrand.
Have to get the admins on side.
Deep smoke outside event. Pretty much every team rocking that now, but look at this. FNX, you wild man. He's going to go right into ZipX. Oh, he's ready for it. Big brain now on ZipX, ready for the play.
Ratting it. Bolt is even, again, in the hut with an MP9. This is perfect. He can find a gap. He can find a timing. And it's there right now. If he goes, he's got options on his plate. Smoke's coming down on the fly outside. Bolt's looking for Zip. But he's going back to check the corner. Bolt's close, but not quite. The molly is going to displace Fallen. He's got to go back or forward. And, oh dear, he's going in past it. Just lives in the cubby of the hut. 2 players left for Imperial. Fur will put up something, but Astralis have already owned that B-bomb site. And they're still lurking for exits. Farley's finding one, and Fallen looking to save his orb in the 1v4.
This is a weird round, right? It was just straight up 1v1s all across the map. Yeah, pushed in lobby initially for Imperial via the ramp, then the hut. None of those fights go their way, and it puts Astralis into an incredibly easy position. Just went in with the rifles, Fallen forced into the save call, and Astralis will take the lead.
Easy does it. They'd love to hunt the orb, but at the same time, don't really have the money for it. And Fallen, he hasn't lost his charm, even in Liquid. One thing we were so impressed about on his brief tenure there was his rifling, and that's not really what you associate with Fallen. You know, legendary in-game leader, great personality, incredibly fast AWP player. Mate, he was winning so many 1v2s by just one-tapping his opponents. That just sounds like I'm exaggerating. I'm not. His rifling in Liquid was really, really good. Luckily, it doesn't need to be here. He's got plenty of star players on his side to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, also yesterday, I think he dropped 29 kills in their game on Dust 2 versus Finest, so he was carrying big time.
We like that.
So that was good to see from Fallen. Got the MVP yesterday too.
You know, the one thing that's been underwhelming for me, surprisingly, in Imperial, has been Vinny. And this is someone who was a powerhouse back on Furia. Definitely, you know, somewhat the roles, somewhat the spots, but at the same time, he has looked like the weaker link in this Imperial team, which is not what I'd expect to say, given the form he had coming into it.
He gets the double up setup on this team as well, which is... I thought it would be Vinny, given the fact that I wouldn't really give it to anybody else on the team. And Vinny obviously played in Furia, picked it up when they had a triple op setup sometimes.
3rd or 4th.
Yeah, you know, he was down the list a little bit, but, you know, we did see it come through. So, yeah, he gets a couple of roles where you would expect him to frag, and sometimes he does have good performances. But, yeah, I would agree. You want to see a bit more out of him time and time again. Be quick pop out here for Astralis, right in towards Vinny. And Bolts will get the molly kill on Glaive, burying him away, giving a 2 advantage to Imperial right off the gate. And ZipX spots the gap on the cross back into the site. That was the kill Astralis needed to find.
Yeah, smoke criminal right now is Zip, just hiding out in these little holes, looking for picks. And
all the holes.
All the holes, Dinko. They need them. They need the gap. Zip's going to be left lurking lobby. The others going outside. Imperial don't have eyes.
If you happen to be watching this in southern Sweden or Copenhagen or Denmark or whatever, or you want to just make a trip out here to Lund, you can do so at the weekend. Get your tickets here for the Pinnacle Finals. The stage setup is looking sick, so you can come on by.
Yeah, tomorrow, in fact, and the day after.
Yeah, just come see us. We'll be there if you want to see that. If not,
Probably coming for the teams.
We'll be shielded away in a window somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe see.
Oh, wait.
Ooh,
3 on 5?
kills back. All right, 2 picked up. Sipix and Fartley coming through. But again, Bolts is just an incredible anchor player. You can rely upon him time and time again to get the multi-kills in difficult positions. And distraction set up by Heaven Sound, and that allows FNX to slip behind.
Smoke on the molly is perfect for Fallen. Keeps that last player's eyes on Heaven just to allow the backstab. And these are really fast rotations for Imperial. When they know what's going on, they are just throwing everybody at the problem. We saw that in that 1v1 where Config faked the bomb with 4 seconds. And Astralis have tried to pull some trickery, man. You know, they're doing a lot of secret takes back up to A. They've done that twice now. And even that round, like, no eyes outside for Imperial. They get caught a little bit off guard with 2 players looking away, and Astralis break their way into A, but it's for nothing. No bomb plant, only just able to buy up here. Fallen Zorb still reigns out in garage, and the rest of Astralis go full lobby after throwing smokes. There's no idea for Imperial whether there are players behind this, but they're not panicked yet. No rotations down lower. Hanging out on the top site. Astralis set up lobby for another A hit. It's going to be lobbing in stuff from the roof. And here we go.
Flashes come through. Vinny played close position. McGlaive overruns him with an MAC-10 and puts pressure on Bolts from the CT vent. You're not really long for the world once you kind of start to fluff a few bullets that. And you got to rely upon Imperial's rotation back through. Astralis still maintain the advantage. Oh, Glaive had an opportunity, but a tight angle to try and fight. Luckily, his teammates are going to get the kills within the site, and Fur has to do it all. Bomb isn't down here for Astralis, and that's the pick back from Fur. And again, Glaive's on 1 HP. There's a real shot at this, but Zipix held angle, and the kill is down. No problem. Astralis should have lost a few more members there.
Yeah, but the difference is the realization, right? They go, okay, we are being hunted. We are being hounded. Every time we take the A site, players are throwing themselves at us. So instead of planting and getting caught with a player with a gun down and trying to set up post plants, they take the site, they get the entry, and then they just stand still. 3 guys on default waiting for that swing. Fallen gets flashed through Heaven, Imperial fly in. It's exactly what Astralis were ready for. They didn't want to plant, they just wanted the gunfights, and they get them all. They even break the money now of Imperial, putting them on eco. Fallen will be able to AWP in the next gun round, but this is a freebie for Astralis. This is how their T-side can really build.
Good start for BLUEJAYS yet again. No issues really coming through for them in this round, as you would expect.
You know, right now we're already having shuffles in the Brazilian scene, Dinko. You know, obviously we've seen Malbs get benched by 00 Nation. The rumors that they want to buy out the Godsent core and put them together with Cold Zero, I think.
Godsent were meant to be here, and then they and then they got
what happened?
Or was it Rubet? Well, another tournament coming up a little bit later on in the month, maybe something like that. But yeah, one of the competitions they got pulled out of. So I think there's maybe legs to that, Hugo.
I'm shocked by the Malbs bench personally.
He's an incredible player.
That guy is sick. That guy is so good.
Maybe they just want Brazilians though.
Yeah, maybe he's getting bought out. I don't know. They could want Brazilians, but at the same time he speaks Portuguese, so don't really.
Malbs is good.
Malbs is good. That much is a fact. Even if 00 Nation buy out the Godsend core, I'm sure Malbs will find a home. Even if it is back with Team 1, he'll be okay.
Yeah, he'll have a team. He'll play Counter-Strike,
that's a guy that should move to Europe. You know, obviously a very big move, not easy, but he's already moved to North America in, you know, when he was in Team 1 for so long.
Yeah, but maybe the likes of a
Liquid
complexity vibe going on, maybe something there.
I think he can do better.
Wow.
I think he can do better, to be honest. It doesn't seem like Cole... I think he can do better. I think Cole have other problems.
Better.
I think Cole have other problems.
Certain young.
Malbs isn't an AWPer. I'll say that.
Wow. All right.
Bold. Yeah.
You really made that subtle.
Thank you. I mean, you're looking at me like I have to spill the beans. I mean, luckily I know nothing, but. No, that would be a really cool change. Put Malbs in Europe. He speaks fluent English. He speaks fluent Portuguese. He speaks Spanish. Like, options are there.
And he's got a mullet, so
yeah, exactly.
Pretty cool.
I'm down.
FNX. Oh, collateral damage.
Nice kill by FNX. Big distraction outplay.
Yeah, he mind gamed Glaive to kill his own teammate, and now we're bound to the 4v4 rotation down in the lower side. Has been had already for Imperial. They're going to put Fur up towards control room window, and Vinny to hold off the ramp. But Astralis realized with those initial kills, there's probably an adjustment in the defense to put a couple of players down lower, and so now they can go back to lobby and think about the last minute hit in towards this A site.
Yeah, only 2 players. Astralis have walked into heavier stacks on top and still come out on top, so this should be there, as you'd like to think. Just this one guy on Raffles. It's a good position for Bolts. Can fall and get in position in time. Bolts with one. Oh, no one's looking. Glaive checking close. They come up the vent again, and the suppression continues for Imperial, but a 1v4 for Config. Not Farley. Don't get confused. Imperial certainly might be. Shots give it away, and Config gets to double back to A.
Fantastic stuff from Bolts. Lightning Bolts, always most potent. He's got the highest of points, and Farley tries to climb.
No.
And Fallen denies.
Config.
No, it's Farley. That's
Okay.
what the screen says.
Yeah, true. Computer says no. And yeah, okay, Imperial. They continue. I mean, this is a strange game. We're having a lot of top hits, and we're having no consistency. Astralis, they come up with a solution. Imperial present more problems, and we just run around in circles.
Hasn't been the cleanest game from either team, has it really?
No.
It's been fun to watch in terms of how scrappy it's been, but yeah, Astralis not looking that clean right now. A couple of Astralis players' birthdays coming up. We just had
really?
Glaive yesterday, I believe, was his
Who's
birthday,
next?
and Blame F is, I think it's on Sunday.
Oh.
So something like that.
What are you getting
along
him?
those lines. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, wow. He can earn his present.
Yeah, he can win the competition.
Exactly.
There you go. That'd be a nice present indeed.
That'd be reassuring, right? Because especially with Heroic here, who we know, have had trouble winning tournaments, at least on LAN, and Astralis having that experience, and disappointed at their major performance. Would I predict Astralis to win this whole event? Probably not, but do I think that there's a very good chance? Maybe they could even be in the argument for top 2 at this event. Yeah, sure.
I think my dark horse is big.
Yeah, Big or Fnatic, I mean, those are really safe dark horses, I'd say. But I also think if Astralis performed to the level that we hold these players to in this roster and this org to, I think they could totally take the whole thing. And that would be kind of reassuring for a team trying to build back in and find their identity.
It would be a confidence booster for sure. And maybe they could build off that going in some of the later competitions. Got Cologne coming up. Lisbon finals pretty soon after this event too, so a lot's coming up for the sides. Vinny on the stairway, couple of heads coming his way, does well to stay composed for one. Could have got overrun without anything, so Vinny very fortunate to have got away with one at least there. Rotation has to come down from Imperial, second player joining them now of FNX. But Fur is the player with the MP9 that looks to shred away Config, and he'll do exactly that.
It's still coming out to me, but we know one thing about the CT side. Those rotations are very quick, a little more fakery for Astralis. Might go a long way. Back up the vent to reunite with Blame. Zip isn't going to make this first contact. He's got to wait for Blame to get in position. Here's the danger, though. 20 seconds, Dinko. Blame has to get an immediate kill, but he's going to hit the scope of the vent. Fallen turns around, but the bomb's dropped, and this round is done, folks. Blame might just have to save. Nice try, but that vent climb too early.
That's the thing about Bolts is on this team, you can always rely on him to at least get one in these sort of important positions. You leave him at the back of the side, you leave him at CT vent. He's so good at just getting away with one or more in those positions. And so it's such a reliable factor. You can actually rotate an extra player down. You see Fallen has more free will to be able to go down and try and rotate and get more info and cover off, because you can trust Bolts. He's so good at just staying alive and getting impact in tough positions.
One thing that was really solid for Imperial at the major was Inferno, obviously, as we talked about earlier, with the home maps, Astralis' first ban in this series. And it was actually the B hold between Bolts and Fur that was sick, that no one could seemingly get through. Like two classic players on a classic map, and they really performed.
I think that Bolts Fur combo is really good, because you think of the problems Imperial had before, back in the days when they used to play Inferno. It was like Fur and Phelps, for example, and those two players are crazy aggressive, will push down Banana too much. They're kind of, Bolts and Fur are like the perfect combo. They equal balance, right? Yeah. So you've got the classic anchor style player of Bolts, and Fur has a little bit of spice to him. Fur playing some great Counter-Strike at the moment. Get opening kill for him. That's 6 rounds for Astralis. It's bad so far. They'd love a 7th, and I think they absolutely could get that 7th going into the second half. Imperial want to try and end this half 9-6. You don't want to let Astralis get on that CT side, because as we mentioned time and time again, right, this is where they do their best work. They've got one of the best CT players.
I mean, Glaive was spamming smokes, terrifying now.
So you want to try and get as many rounds in this first half as you possibly can if you're Imperial. And they actually are in a good position to try and get those 9. Because next round, Astralis is still going to be lacking a bit.
They're just not going to peek him. Straight up, simple as that. Blame should try and get in a position to save, but...
If he does a lot of damage, though, look at the money right now for a couple of these Imperial players.
Oh, dear. They are on the roof. Dinko, they are behind, they are above, they are in front.
You don't want to go down after the time, BLUEJAYS.
Look up! He heard something. He knows. Oh!
Luckily dies before the time.
Was FNX playing with him?
Must be tracking him up until that last point. But yeah, look at the money here for BLUEJAYS. 3.3k in the bank. Lack utility is going to be on him. He's just going to have to go to the Galil instead. Not too much damage really done to Imperial, though, so they're going to be feeling very good going into this round. As the opportunity for Astralis to try and get a 7th round in this one. If they don't, then it should be a 9-6 half for Imperial. I didn't realize I was casting with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. Cars. No smokes outside. First one comes down. Astralis want to fight their way out. They've not really had much resistance. Occasionally Fur and Garage or Fallen Orping Heaven, but neither of which in this round is FNX coming up from lower. No Molly, no HE. Astralis have to fight this. Again on the fly smokes, not telegraphing this play.
Oh,
it's already here, and FNX...
He's sticking around.
He took too long to make his mind up. Glaive gets through the Molly. He couldn't decide whether to stay or go. Well, he will go to the next round. Glaive has found 2 on the entry. Astralis, you think that this is as good as done.
Well, he stayed. He knew there would be trouble. And then came his way. Astralis now 7 rounds picked up. BLUEJAYS from the backside. Good night, Fallen.
Free AWP. Take that.
Yeah, absolutely take that. Bolts is not in a position to really do anything. If he saves here, actually, he could drop on over, get another play onto a buy. I think Fur is the one that's really lacking in that department. I'll just save on to this one into the hands of Bolts. So 7 rounds T side already for Astralis. They have a chance to actually lead the half on the T side. That's a little worrying for Imperial.
Yeah, especially with just the CT side, as we've seen, not just in this game, in this tournament, but for Astralis alone. You've already been hyping up Glaive and the likes. And yeah, it's something to definitely be worried about if you're Imperial. No time to worry, though. Got to pick up your pieces and put together a couple more at the end of the half. 7 is damn good, though, even if that's all it is for Astralis. They're going to be laughing all the way into their CT side. Vinny, still got the power gaming glove on, the gauntlet, the sleeve. You got a gaming sleeve?
Yeah, I did get one of those, right?
Any good?
My problem is, they are good, but the problem is you have to remember to put it on every time, and I'm not doing that when I'm playing the home, am I? So
headset, mouse,
gaming sleeve.
Gaming sleeve.
Yeah, I feel like it's sick if you're a competitor. You know, you got official matches, but if you're just playing at home, you know, it's not something you're going to be able to sustain, right? It's just eventually it'll go into the cupboard and not come out. Maybe I'll put it on for like, you know, all those officials we play.
Yeah, all those officials. Yeah.
Oh,
not
that's
bad.
chunky.
Of all players, though, at least it's your open. Glaive continues to be a nuisance, but he got blocked by Config, trying to run back, and Fallen somehow doubles up with a Famas. He's dead. Gets a little bit too hungry, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Breakfast is served, and a 2-on-2 on our plate.
Good patience there from Farley just to hold that, expecting the potential swing out towards Garage. But this play is sick from Vinny. He's pushed all the way through in towards lobby, and he spots out the bomb lying on the ground. So Vinny's just going to hold position. Knows that they have to walk into him if they decide to go to this A site. And BLUEJAYS is in the HUD. Eventually, Farley is going to go down because he's got low HP. Easy pick. Now continues to try and track BLUEJAYS, who decides it's better to wrap around the doorway. Could catch the timing here. Vinny, NP9 beats out the AK. That was Imperial take 8 at the half.
That was a good route for Blame. He knew he was being held, and that was a very uncomfortable
Big
angle
brain.
in HUD. Yeah, smart reposition, but somehow AK loses to MP9 at range, and Vinny, with a little aggro push, will close it out, and that's an impact round to win the half. A good half for Imperial, right? Astralis not going to be turning their nose up at 70 rounds on Nuke, but Imperial still, again, coming in as underdogs, like... And it's still unsure how heavy favourites Astralis are in their current form. But again, off of brand, off of name alone, you put them up there as favourites. And yeah, right now Imperial are level pegging with them. So split down the middle, pistol round, coming right up.
If we had to make a sports team out of an esports team, I think I would pick Astralis.
A sports team, yeah, for a bit of a handball.
Yeah, handball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great sport.
I mean, Heroic play a lot of football, I've heard.
They do.
They do their keepy up.
Out on the street,
yep.
Thousands of fans, anywhere they go, start to appear for their matches.
Nice flex.
Paula did rinse them out on what he considers real football because, you know, we all know Paula, insane football player.
Yeah.
He's a great player, actually.
Is he? I can't tell you.
Oh, he's an amazing football player. Real
no
talent.
talent.
Real talent.
Yeah. Fully honest, truthful. How do you play with a flashy keyboard? I find it distracting. I turn off the LEDs. I put them on one color. But
Sounds like you're just an old man.
Yeah, maybe I am.
No, that's no problem. I think people just look at the screen.
That's true. I get too distracted by the bright colors. I'm like a moth.
There's a lot of problems I see with FNX right now in terms of his setup. The monitor is so tilted.
Same.
You're tilted?
No.
He's got kind of leaning forward into the mouse mat. It's a peculiar setup. And BLUEJAYS monitor is so damn close to his face, you can almost smell it.
Oh, yeah. How does that screen taste?
Salty.
Why?
I don't know. Pistol round. Anyways, we move on.
Oh, God, Blame. Maybe lean in further, closer. Is this the pistol repeat? Is this the same as the first half? No one's dead, though. Bolts with a pick. Vinny gone. They're getting close, Farley. They're right below you, buddy. Oh, boy. Woo. Blame's eventually ridded of the garage, and Fur will fall after one more. Glaive even picks out a player outside. And now, somehow, some way, we're in a 1v3. It's rather Glaive in the lobby. Fallen. Tapping.
Tapping now. Man, now. Peace. No one giving him a shot.
Now.
He
could reset lobby.
Oh!
Boom shakalaka is Farley with the photo coming in with a good
now.
And Config's here to play.
We got it sorted. There we go.
Well done, Dinko. All you.
Yeah, it was the monitor. That's how it got salty.
How sideways is your keyboard?
My keyboard? I'm a pretty straight on kind of guy. I like to not give myself a banjaxed wrist, so I just kind of leave it. Because people only did that because, you know, the issue of
no
on LAN, and I didn't really do that. So, you know, I've had plenty of space.
Next generation of gamers is going to have very straight keyboards.
There is a lot of, I feel like a lot of the players nowadays play like maxed out spread, max spread going on.
You get a lot more desk space now.
Yeah, you absolutely do. You even have the adjustable size.
Oh,
like,
the height.
It's incredible.
People remembering how tall their desk is, that's crazy.
Real nerds. I mean, the person that's taking that to the extreme has to be a Liege, bro. He brings it like a spirit level to make sure his monitor's at the same angle.
Hey, it works, man.
Yeah, used to it. Well, Zipex, back box. Put a lot of pressure down onto the side of Imperial. A couple of kills out of that. That's not too bad.
Yeah, no one's safe today, Dinko. I like the energy you're coming in with today. You're doing a great job. Keep it up.
Thank you, Hugo.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate that. I am going to get to cast Harry a little bit later on, too, so...
You're stealing him from me as well.
Yeah.
I'm not special, am I? Two guys at the same time? In the same day?
Yeah, well, it's not the same time, Hugo.
Okay, same day, then.
We have got an appointment a little bit later on, and then I even had Paula on the desk yesterday, so, you know what, I'm sampling everything.
Am I nothing to you?
You know, you're not nothing to me, but you're not everything.
At least you're honest. Full smokes. Out of spawn. Imperial. Do they run? Do they walk? The latter. Oh, they're creeping. Oh, they're going main. Very naughty.
Very naughty indeed.
BLUEJAYS
going to spike him. Perhaps.
They beat him.
Oh, he sees him. BLUEJAYS is going to spike him from behind. They couldn't actually figure out what the A1S was, and that's the advantage here with the sound cue. It's very difficult to track, and BLUEJAYS with another one. It is all toppling here as Vinny and Fallen left into the 2 versus 4.
Hey, you're calling Glaive one of the best CT players.
Well, I call BLUEJAYS the
Blame.
CT player. You call Glaive the best CT player.
Did you say?
No, I said BLUEJAYS all day long.
I heard Glaive for some reason. That makes a lot more sense. Blame. He's on for the ace right now.
Yeah, Glaive, not
Glaive
one of the
dead.
best CT players in the world now, but...
yeah, I was surprised when I heard that. I was like, oh, that's new to me, but...
Yeah, BLUEJAYS.
Yeah.
4 kills now on the CT side.
Trust me, when Imperial are eco, Blame will be W mode outside.
He did that a few times yesterday.
Yeah.
We've seen
It's
that.
like Overpass CT, Blame's like hiding toilets, playing ace, like jump spotting dice, and then, oh, they're on Glocks. Oh, let me climb party, let me smoke fountain, let me take mid.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Let me push long.
Just push.
Hey, he knows what he wants.
He smells it.
Yeah.
He's got this like sixth sense to realize, damn, little Glocks out there. Vinny's coming out of HUD. Zipex will take out Vinny. So 4 for BLUEJAYS in this round, 1 for Zipex. Gonna throw on the scraps. 19 kills for BLUEJAYS now on the second half of play. And this is the problem I was mentioning, right? That's a buy round from Imperial, and you're going up against the CT side of Astralis. Those rounds will happen. You will just get absolutely destroyed by BLUEJAYS. I like the idea, though, from Imperial. It's cool.
Yeah, first round to wrap the smokes into main. I always like teams committing with the first layer of smokes in a half, just to
set the precedent.
Set the precedent. You know, make Astralis think, okay, when we throw these, we're going down. Obviously, there's still a level of expectation. He will fast through the door with a flash. Vinny finds config. The rest of his team drop down the vent, and Vinny is just selling this one right now. Can't get any more, but luckily Zip knows this is a B play. He doesn't, however, know about bolts firing off a bit too soon. 2 on the ramp side, coming into collapse on FNX, who hits a headshot, but no more. And now it's just about mopping up rotations. But careful, boys. These ones are going to be a little late for Astralis down the vent. However, the bomb not for Imperial. They need to take space.
Oh, Fur looking to smack him up. Well, Fallen playing up in the rafters. Looks on down.
No.
Glaive commits immediately, and now we're down to just BLUEJAYS. Well, he's going to show that he has got the CT antics up his sleeve. Coming through the double doors. If he gets onto the back of the side for the time, ticking too far gone. BLUEJAYS has got 1 pick, and on the way out the door looking for the follow-up on Fur. Oh, he won't even get that. Damage has been done. It's softened up enough to die to the bomb, and even worse, Fur will survive. So everything goes the way of Imperial.
Yeah, that's a mess, right? Nice reposition, nice push back in on the rafters in the B side. Glaive, he just thought, oh, they're both ramp, I can stick, I'm fine. But a little late on that rotate for Astralis until they figured out both players are coming from ramp.
That is a tilter, though, a little bit for Astralis.
Annoying round to lose.
Yeah, I mean, even we thought to a certain point, okay, you can concede the bomb plant, right? That's the goal there for Imperial, so just try and use that pace of the round to get onto the bomb plant. But when FNX gets that kill towards the back of the site, it wasn't really a coordinated retake approach from Astralis. BLUEJAYS was very late to get there to the site, so they couldn't really play back into the site itself. You know, BLUEJAYS, he is a calculated player. He will take his time. He is methodical and can sometimes run out of time to be impactful for the round win.
Yeah, it's well put, Dinko.
Thank you. Can't mess with BLUEJAYS. He messed me up.
Pick you up, throw you across the room.
Yeah, you know, we are here with him. So, yeah, that's a bit dangerous.
So right now, Astralis looking to bring in some danger of their own. However, he's on the MP9. No AWP. Luckily, neither for Imperial. Quick peek for Fur. Couple outside. Got a back garage player just covering the main cross, so Glaive can either back out or commit inside of Mini. Imperial, a late yard take yet again. Can't forget getting involved. He had the auto shotgun the other round. He'd rather a FAMAS in the hut.
Well, tentative for Imperial to start this round. They don't really want to walk into the layer of BLUEJAYS towards outside. Glaive is going to be playing here instead, though, and good damage. If Nate goes in,
back out.
He's a little too late on that, it feels like. Fur goes back in for a double dip, and just a little bit off the top. where Zipix is, though.
I mean, he's about to clear this whole thing. You throw smokes, they don't do anything. You've not only got a back garage player, but you've still got secret player. However, that's a lot of players dedicated to what is now a dead position. Imperial, if they disrespect this smoke, they have a lovely timing into a one-man hold on A, but they don't like what they see. Back to ramp into a double setup with the boost. They are about to get churned up.
35 seconds as well. You can't really be methodical here. You just have to move through quite quickly. MP9 is going to start to rattle away. They do consider the boost.
No.
They check it in. PlayerMath luckily coming in to help out Glaive. Utility slowing down Imperial, and no expanse. The Brazilian Empire in this round fallen left into the 1 versus 4, having to save the AK.
Damn, I can't believe Glaive lets Farley take first contact there off the boost. Obviously has the worst weapon. It is in a spot that won't be checked, but yeah, it almost gets very messy with some whiff shots from Glaive. 1-for-1 for Farley, but then Blame runs the Molotov, and that's a nice ballsy play to just, yeah, take out another player of Imperial. Numbers drip dry. Fallen saves a gun. Trace getting hyped, and that's what we need for Astralis as they're starting to take control on the CT side. It was a very good T side, but also a close one. Astralis have only dropped 1 round this half, so looking more par for the course. And while Trace is bringing the noise, Peacemaker's bringing the ideas.
Speaking directly to Fallen.
A bit broke, aren't they?
Broken in half.
That Vinny door pop was really nice. The util wrecked Astralis with the door smoke that you throw most rounds, just to keep CTs guessing.
Interesting purchase here for the side of Imperial. AKs for Fallen and Fur, obviously one of them saved over, but we'll see how this works on out.
I can buy next, guys, don't worry.
I think there's going to be, there might be a little bit of a threat to this, because the pace round really worked for Imperial, so it hadn't really slowed down even after that quicker round. Even in these outside plays, man, I feel like you've got to send them down with them at one point.
True, we've not seen anything really on lower for Imperial other than that one eco that they picked up down the vent. Zip, just escapes. Nice movement. The nade as well. Bonks Fallen, but he won't be able to finish a kill. Headshot as well. Still no kill. Zip has done so much damage. Conflict's still trying to capitalize, so he will. 2, 3, and all of them headshots. Clean as can be for Config. Keeps Astralis in this one. You know, as far as getting 0 kills on the ramp, that's a good round for Zip. Vinny doesn't know, but Blame is wide, and I love that patience sitting out on the ramp side. It's Bolt, who should be a dead man. And Farley will make it so. 12-9.
Oh,
it's Astralis time.
I'll tell you a little update going on, because you have 2 simultaneous streams.
Hit me.
Which team do you think is winning on the other side?
Well, the fact that you're saying that makes me think it's Fnatic.
Yes.
No way.
On Nuke, they're winning 15-4.
Woo! Fnatic! The future
Forest
is orange.
Forest is 19-8 right now.
Dude, side him. It's so nice.
Crim's 18-7.
I had a feeling, but I wouldn't call it. I wouldn't.
You wanna know why?
That. Why?
Forest is a dad now, and it's early in the day.
Yeah.
He's got like superpower being up this early now.
It's in the genes.
All right, Big not having a great time there, getting smashed up. They have one around.
That's crazy. Bigger, great nuke team. They've
12-3 half.
this event.
CT side for Fnatic.
Dude, CT is so broken, Dinko. It's so bad. It's so broken.
Just like Bolts' PC or something.
Yeah, classic. Do you think, right, here's my theory on, I wouldn't even say it's going to fix the game or like make CT balanced again, but it would solve one of the big problems we have right now in that, okay, Valve clearly don't want to let you, for whatever reason, buy the A1S and the A4 together. They want you to pick one for, again, whatever reason. Don't know.
So it can fit on the controller buy menu.
It seems silly. Just make a bind, like right-click it, boom, suddenly you can buy whatever you want or whatever. I have 2 guns. I don't know. Anyway, my point was, what if you swap the prices for the A4 and A1S? I feel like you'd see a true 50-50 balance because the A4 is actually still sick, but not only is the A1S better in some ways, but it's cheaper. I feel like if you make the A4 29 and the A1S 31...
Just put the bullets back down to 20.
That could also do, but I'm thinking without even changing the guns, like that would balance the usage of the weaponry.
I think what you do is reduce the ammo back down to 20, and you reduce the reserve ammo. Because the problem with it right now is you can just spam.
How many? You get 4 mags though, right? With A1S, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah,
I don't think that's. You know, I don't want less than 4 mags. I think
it used to be that. They increased the overall ammo capacity of it all and gave you more bullets in total. I don't because they also increased the damage recently too, right? So like, I feel like with the amount of damage you get just from random spams, it's so good, and you can't really trade back through the smoke. So if you reduce the amount of spams, I think that could be a good change as well.
Of course. I mean, there are ways. The way I'm looking at it is, instead of nerfing the gun, which of course would probably make the most sense, you know, Valve make me wonder, what do they want? Like,
what do they really want?
Like
they
like,
want your money.
True, but on these updates, and I'll give it to them every day. I'll buy your passes. I'll get gold coins all day. I feel like when they balance stuff, they're just 3 months too late. Like, they take too long to nerf broken guns.
Yeah,
the Creed
but it leaves
meta,
us with like a fun overpowered meta.
Yeah, it's cool.
For a
We
while.
have an overpowered meta, and then it's the next overpowered meta. And you know what the next meta is? This is secret. No one.
Joe Brothers.
Nope, we're already there. Don't tell anyone. But soon, pros are going to figure out how to use the Negev. $1,700. You telling me there's no usage? I don't believe you.
Especially because after like the first 4 bullets, it's a laser beam.
Dude, that gun is sick. And here's the thing. I mean, obviously it's different in pro play, but you use it in pugs, which, you know, do it your own right. People hear it firing and they go, that won't kill me. And then they peek it. Yeah. People are way too overconfident against that gun.
It melts you as well.
It melts
you.
So
the best position I can think of right now, 2 of them. Banana, obviously.
Yes.
On CT side, just hold down at mouse 1 through the smokes.
It's not as easy to peek it as you think.
Yeah. And then also...
Ancient?
Ancient's a good one, but I think Nuke, Heaven player on CT side, cross smokes come up. You have those players that try and run down secret. If you're just suppressing fire, the smokes, you can't really just...
Maybe not Heaven, but I like the idea, yeah.
You spam down through the cross smokes. You just, you're gonna, if you don't get a kill, you'll do damage, make him a little bit easier, and people will slow down because they don't want to walk into hellfire just spamming down on you. So
yeah, I just think there's so many cheesy ways you can use it on a map like Ancient. You can go top mid CT and, like, you know, you already throw your double molly double nade combo, but if you don't do that, if you maybe just throw molly nade and other guy has a Negev and he just sprays, T's are going to get churned. Like, there's nothing you can do. You don't need to be able to see. What if you... Here's one. Think about all the wall bangs on that map and how crazy planting is. What if you did a lineup, so you plant in B, and then you go back pocket in lane, and you spam the wood to stop a defuse? I've done that in pugs. I mean, again, very different. But I think the fact that we have never seen it in pro play is crazy to me. But it's also not crazy because CS is full of diehards who use the AK forever.
Don't they have a... I think players might have a gentleman's agreement not to buy it.
They could, but this isn't Call of Duty. Screw gentlemen's agreements. Unless it's bugs, in which case, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like players just have a way that they think the game should be played, though.
Yeah, but...
Screw that.
I like winning. So,
yeah, okay.
You know, whatever you can do to win. That's a 100 quote. Quick outside for Astralis. Getting up close is Blame. They're not eco. He's just very audacious. It's an outside setup with Farley on the silo from Garage. Imperial taking their time, but they will be setting their sights in the yard eventually. Jumping and spotting, but not seeing Blame.
Seeing that position, that little boost over Garage used a lot more these days.
Definitely. So dangerous. You don't get the insta-kill, you are trapped. He's trying to bait for Blame, but... Oh, that's the tastiest gap of the day. But also, it's going to confirm that no one is pushing these smokes. And you can see Blame just tells his team, guys, get out. They're going ramp.
How many times are you going to try and run a fake outside?
Yeah, without
not
actually...
anybody with them. It's just so easy for Astralis to adjust to that. Oh, immediately coming back to hold off the ramp play. Another one picked up. Does a lot of work from that one position. Brings the numbers down to 2 for Imperial. Still a very winnable round here for Imperial on the 2 versus 3, and they're going to run down into the B side. There is a pretty quick rotation of config towards the control room. He's going to hold for the cross on by through the window. The glass isn't broken, so they're going to smoke it off. And he can't really do much about that. If the glass is broken, he can play through it. And now he starts to spam it. Gives away his position, trying to delay as the decon door is open as well. Imperial can't feel too comfortable here.
Yeah. And the longer that goes on, the more position Astralis gets. 20 seconds.
Yeah,
you want to plant, but nowhere safe. You need kills.
You can't win around now.
Config's got it.
Yeah. Fur's gonna do his best to try and pull some kills this way, but he's dead to rights. 13 rounds for Astralis, 3 away from taking victory on map 1 of the series, heading their way to the playoff stage in the upper bracket. So looking forward to seeing that. We'll see if they can close this one. And for the side of Imperial, this T side has left a lot of questions, I think, so far.
Yeah, no answers. Yeah, I just do something with the smokes, please. Because, again, they don't even know that Astralis continue to get the information that, yeah, no one's even pushing. It was Zip in secret earlier. Now it's Blame up close outside. Imperial don't know. They're wondering, God, why are they stacked everywhere we go?
There's something about Brazilian teams not actually playing outside. You know, Fury have never run the outside exec.
Yeah.
A lot of inner hits, but Blame F picked through the smoke. Finally, a commitment towards the outside smokes. Unfortunately for Imperial, it's done in a round where they don't really have weapons to compete. And Blame F just pulling out the pistol, and we'll close it with a headshot on Fallen. It's now just Bolts and Fur who try their best down to the lower side. That's an important kill to find, because now actually sets up the opportunity for a plant. And Bolts' kill in the vent has now upgraded his weapon into the M4A1S. So suddenly there is a chance to win this round for Imperial. And another pistol round? Surely not.
Fur still got a chance in the clutch. This is 2-on-4 turned 1-on-2 for Fur. Plant for him. Both players on the other side and no smoke. Molly going to clear dark, but Astralis don't know where Fur sits. And if he wraps, he's going to lose time. He has to go back to double door. He hears them very close. He can try and isolate these fights. Quick tap. Fur's going to check it in a second. Stalled it to the last possible chance, and he clears it. There's no time. Fur's won this round. 1v2 picked up. 2v4 locked out, and Imperial find their second T-side round on an eco.
And they went outside, Hugo. They've been doing everything we wanted them to do. Yeah, they did it. They got shredded by Blame F, but Bolts in third point off an incredible round. Fur continuing his performance here today. 21 kills now added to his tally.
Love it.
That's a cash injection. You win the round, you get the bomb plant, you get 4 kills on Fur. You get the AK out now. You got a solid buy here for Imperial. And look at Astralis. They're starting to see weakness come through. If they lose this round, they're going to be down to a weaker buy. And Imperial right back in the game again.
Oh, it's so close. It's so on a knife's edge here.
Once again, no one outside.
What do Imperial want to do? Farley's coming lower. I like this. Going to take his quick peek yard. So even if, again, these smokes come out, he'll have full dominion. Oh, the fade favors Vinny with a headshot. Now he can put the pressure on. Only one guy on A. Heaven player of Blame has come in to help out. Util's going to stop the rush for Imperial, but Astralis aren't giving any way back in. They think, let's take outside, and that molly is perfect. Pushes Farley back, gives Imperial the room to either cross with the smokes or fake out and go garage. Maybe they'll try and split this A site after Vinny picked top. Fur's going to look for a gap right beside Blame, although he doesn't know. Glaive is dead in lobby. It's falling apart. That might save it. Blame could be the hero that Astralis need.
He knows Fur's here as well. He's tracked him, but Fur will beat him out. And the kill comes through for Imperial. They've got double the player count of Astralis right now.
Oh,
Fur is just on one right now. He is bloodthirsty. Zipex only has a scout. I don't know how, but he's swinging on 9 HP and still winning that fight. That is fantastic from Fur.
Yeah.
Is that back-to-back 4Ks?
Yes.
Wow.
Clutch rounds.
He's close to 30 kills now, Fur.
God, I saw this yesterday. It was Cello for MIBR who had 30 kills and like 10 deaths.
He was doing everything.
And he lost.
Yeah. And no one else really showed up for MIBR.
No.
Cello had every single opening for them in the first half of that game too.
All right, they broke the money, Dinko. You prophesized this. You said it could happen after that clutch round for Imperial. Back-to-back to calls and coming back in now with more smokes.
Oh my God.
And now Astralis, hey, they don't have the info. It's one guy. That's all you need.
9
Something
kills
to sell.
in 3 rounds so far.
He's pretty good.
He's having a great time. Fur is taking over.
Round's over. This was one round away from just being GG and a stomp. Astralis got that 14th 3 rounds ago.
They didn't drop 2 rounds to lower buys. That's what's happened here to Astralis. 2 CT rounds they've lost to pistol upgrades.
That is awkward, isn't it?
It's got Imperial right back in this one. Imperial take map 1 of this series. All right. It could be on for the 2-0 for Imperial.
Just farming, stat padding, hunting. You name it. First got it. Give him another 4K. Give him 3 in a row. Don't steal these kills. First knife out. Vinny will tap him. Well, that will still do. 11 kills in 3 rounds for Fur. No complaints.
3 away from 30 bomb over on Fur's side of things. Astralis ahead of this round. Really need to focus up. They drop the ball here. They're going to be in a tough position for the rest of this series because Nuke could easily go Imperial's way, and then we're down to Mirage, and you'd have to give them a shot to take this. So important round here for Astralis, no AWP, and an XM shotgun in the hands of Config.
Yeah. Saw this earlier, didn't get to fire a shot. It wasn't played. Config going to go back to the hut. Arguably better than the FAMAS here, I mean, kind of unarguably. And if someone makes a mistake of peeking him, he gets an upgrade. But Glaive again,
wow.
it's Vinny rather, excuse me, picking on that top site, and he gets right down the vent. No one even knows. He's in the B site, and there's not a single rotation.
Config, see if he can get a kill back in that hut play. Smokes go down, and no one yet to get the kill back for Astralis.
I like this silent weapon drop there from Config.
Very cool. Config's going to go back in with a better gun now. Into the midst of the smoke, it's Squeaky falling and Bolts on the other side of it. Bolts fixated upon the position that Config could possibly walk into, but here comes Fallen, spamming down, reads it, reads the possible face upon the smoke, and Config shredded. Astralis down to 3 players. The chances, Vinny has already got down towards the lowest site. Zipix is tracking him, but Vinny starts to consider and takes the kill. Oh, this is all falling apart for Astralis, not even competing in these rounds.
Something's changed, something's happened. That 1 eco win and Imperial have just bounced off the back of it. 2 CTs left up. Surely no way in with no kit in this round. There's one on the top side too far away. Fur will get picked, but Blame's already saving. Farley's just here to try and get exits. Be a bit of a nuisance on the way out, but he can't even sneakily defuse the bomb. Blame, second kill. But again, this matters not. Imperial, they can hunt. They've got the money. They also don't need to. They know Astralis are on the rocks right now, shipwrecked. Oh, the timing. We've all been there. And Farley, he will live in this position. But it's Imperial who are living large. 13 rounds now from what was essentially 1 round T-side, and Astralis putting together 6. They were stomping, but this game has flipped. Are we really eyeing up an Imperial 1-0 lead on Astralis at map pick?
It could be. It looks like it right now. I think Imperial have full control of this game. Astralis yet to find answers. Glaive will start to sweat a little bit.
Yeah.
They've got to figure it out pretty quickly. I thought when they got over to the CT side after such a strong first half here on Nuke that really wouldn't be a competition. And given the start they had on the CT side, it was very much looking like that. I'd
love to see Tracer getting them hyped. That's cool. I'd love to see another outside take with Astralis having multiple players there. I also don't want to see anyone sitting in the door smoke, please, because that's back-to-back rounds that Vinny has found 5-on-4s from the door smoke. Astralis needs to stay away from that position, get on the hut roof. It has been mollied by Imperial, but just anywhere safer than close door, close vent. And yeah, Astralis don't have the weaponry really to do much. Couple of nades, couple of bits and bobs. Nades going outside for Blame. It's lovely damage. And he's even got, again, the support. Nice setup. Farley on top. He's got to look up. Double kill. Oh, the silo player trades, but they don't even know about Blame.
That's the problem, right? Blame is still in such a powerful position. Bolts doesn't consider it. Blame takes him out. And Astralis on the weaker guns are pulling off a fantastic start, and the round's surely done now. Vinny left in a 1v4. So much time left. That was a very quick commitment behind the smokes from Imperial. Didn't really take any time figuring out the setup, didn't take any time figuring out what buy they're up against. And that's exactly what Astralis wanted. They had the perfect setup to deal with that kind of maneuver. Oh! Blair's going to be mad about that one.
Clean.
Nice
shot. He's had a couple of taps this game.
He has a chance again for another one. They're doubled up though. You've got Glaive in towards the secret stairs, Config taking up close position at red. Vinny climbs over the top.
Oh, he's been baited by Glaive.
Hasn't seen anything upon Config. He actually sees a bit of him now. He can separate him into the fights. Remember the flank coming around the backside right now from Zipix, and Vinny nearly turns for that. A couple of chances there for Vinny to pull it all off.
Very big save for Zip. That is, he knows exactly how to isolate those fights there, try and force bait peeks out of Astralis. If Zip doesn't win that, there's a chance Vinny kills both outside players right there. There's a world. There's a way.
But that's fantastic for Astralis to pick up that round.
Yeah.
One they probably really shouldn't have won to begin with, but they found it anyway. AK-47's AWP still there for Imperial. Money is still fantastic for the Brazilians.
Yeah, I haven't seen much from Fall in this game. It didn't seem to matter in the T side, right? In the CT side, rather. He was playing the rotate role. His team were kind of mopping up rounds on top side without him. 1-for-1 was fine for the AWP, but T side, we need an opener. Need something from Fallen to come onto the scoreboard, especially when you're having these kind of games out of Fur. It can't all be for nothing. Then you're getting smoked at the door. Has to respect it. It's a deep one. Doesn't want to get spammed. Back to smokes again, but look who's here. You saying Astralis have the info that these smokes are fakes? Surely not. Fur is at least behind main to come in on this late lurk. If Zip stops considering this and either rotates down or tries to reposition out upper, Fur could catch a timing. He can't go too early though. He's the sole player in this position. It's all on Fur in this round. The linchpin as his team set up for an A split. Zip gets curious and Fur hits the timing on the head.
Ridiculous. Imperial have the advantage. Glaive tries to pull it back, but it's BLUEJAYS up in the rafters that rains down hell upon the players below him. Config with another headshot. BLUEJAYS big sound, and Fallen reacts quick enough to take him out, so that kill is given away. And Astralis now back into the 2v2 with 25 seconds left. They have to get the bomb back. They have to put it down. And Config, I don't know if they're going to be ready for this. This quick reposition as he takes the HUD control. The time is starting to become very limited, and Config is in such a powerful position. Headshot onto Fur. Bomb rolls to his feet. Fallen has to get the shot. He has to start planting now. He goes for the fake. Oh, not again. Saw, they just fake it out. The peak doesn't come through. And that's a tough one to swallow for Fallen.
Oh, what a play, what a try, what a round for Fallen. But it's almost karma, right? It's exactly what let Config down in the first half. The same position where he faked the bomb with 4 seconds when he could have planted and no one bites. Farley does not make that mistake, and Fallen left looking silly, but I admire it. You know, there's no right or wrong call there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. That one hurts. Really nice try by Fallen.
Now it's got to be overtime if Imperial want to win this map.
Yeah.
BLUEJAYS is now confidently making his way through those smokes, gathers all the info. He's trying to barrel back in time, but Imperial made the call to go quickly. Although Glaive is holding and doing good damage, finally forced to wipe in the round. But look at that. Look how quick Zipix is back. And from the rafters, Fur is gone, and Imperial, the sting out of their play.
It looked like Imperial got stuck there in that mid-round. Right? They tried to back out. 2 players left as Fur ran in, right? Maybe they're just letting him off the leash, but the bomb is in the middle of the A site, and Imperial hung him out to dry. He doesn't even look up. So again, Astralis, they won this before. They have the bomb in a 2-on-2. The only difference is Imperial have all the room in the world, all the time to go wherever they please. And Farley's in a very precarious position. If they wrap many, he can't stop them.
They come up heaven on the wraparound. Can't really stop him there either. Fallen wanted to potentially go through the hell window, but it's not broken. He's been spotted. No! Farley in such an awkward position, and information given over to Fallen. He'll spam him down. Farley gone through the wall, and now it's just Zipix. He realizes he has the potential to win this round because he has the bomb right in front of him. Zipix, the clutch, no stranger to the situation. Here's them coming from heaven. They drop down silent with a surf, and now Zipix caught in an awkward spot. He throws the molly down. They're putting pressure on towards it, but the smoke has gone forward, so Zipix can't really fend off the bomb. Regathering, they're actually going to pick it up and draw it back. Zipix is in a position. They start to spam him. Good bullets drop down from Fallen. 14 rounds for Imperial, and still a shot to pull this all the way back to overtime.
What a scary game we're getting right now. I can't believe Farley sees Fallen right below him, and then he gets peeked by the main player. That was worst case scenario. Zip tried his best. For some reason, seemingly not aware that they dropped out of heaven. He wouldn't have heard them, but he was staring at heaven with 15 seconds. They had to be somewhere. And yeah, both players peeking him on the bomb site. Good cover for Fallen, for the plant. Zip could have even caught that player crossing back into the bomb site. These are scary rounds right now. No one is safe at the moment. And this is it. This is what the last hour has led to. One round between these two rosters. Overtime, or Astralis will take their map pick and run forward into Mirage. But Imperial, they've pulled a monster comeback here in the second half.
Oh, it could be the bonus rounds required.
And look at the buy. This is not what you want at 15-14. This is overtime with its name on the board, unless Astralis do something despicable. But we've had eco wins for either team in this map.
Yeah, I've had many rounds picked out that potentially shouldn't have been lost. For Imperial, they do not want this round to be one of those. Set up on towards T-roof. On the roof.
On the roof. Fallen takes 14 damage off of falling off of roof. We'll see if that matters. And I say it could, because it was Refresh who won his clutch on the B-bomb side of Inferno after taking 13 damage from Fallen's Orb. And he lived with red health. Every little detail, every bit counts. Farley, this one has to count.
He's got the dig. He's spotted without really doing much here, and he is going to be taken out. So first kill goes Imperial's way. Overtime looking to be served on up. Glaive diving down the vent to try and patch the hole that may be open here. Fallen trying to draw the fight, and you get tapped like it's an AK. Glaive right away to the headshot upon the MP9, and Zipex has found the other kill. BLUEJAYS makes his way through lobby. They need kills back here, Imperial. 20 seconds left. BLUEJAYS behind him.
Does he clear it? He has to. He needs to. He will. 3 on 2. They're running amok. They're in the bomb site. Bomb getting planted. Heaven smoke to set them up for the retake. It's Zip up in top. Blame resetting in lobby. Just his presence alone is causing paranoia for Bolts, and he turns back around. Blame will win the round and win the game for Astralis. 16-14. They do it with nothing but one rifle, one A1F. Where it did for Blame in the impact he had. Hey, you could say the same thing about Firth. 29 kills. First map. Closest was FNX on 20, so Blame 35, definitely not a problem for Astralis, more a solution. We'll see if he can do the same again on the CT. Fast towards Con. Farley gets dinked out of the round immediately. Glaive is tucked on the stairs, but you can often pre-fire this. Flash is good. They're going to jump through. Farley dead. Glaive goes over the top, but only with one. Luckily, it's a 3-on-3 with Zip helping out. Config has that rotate cut from the window room. And jumping in, that's a beautiful shot for Zip. What a spanking kill on Defer, and he's going to try and live. Let Imperial get placed in the site. Both players spotted. Astralis can set up for the retake. They have double nades here, Dingo.
It's important here that Imperial get off to a good start on the pistol. They have to try and secure this one. Neds going through. Config, fighting from jungle. Takes out FNX. Bolts moves forward in towards CT. It is a powerful position, but 3 players. And Config does that. So not much you can really do about that.
Yeah.
The problem is the last time we've seen Imperial play Mirage was against Furia in that opening in IEM Dallas. And it was a 16-9 victory for Furia. 12-3 half coming out of the CT side. So, you know, Imperial only got 3 rounds on their T side. Astralis really solid on the CT side. If you let them get a half like that again, this is gonna be rough for Imperial.
Yeah.
It does feel bad starting on the T side here.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with Config starting that strong. Good recovery on the first, and then just destroys that CT player. And he was the bottom performer, second bottom in the server last map. So, yeah, Config coming in big is a nice sign. Scout tag lands for Fallen.
Softens up Farley at least. Scout on scout action right off the get-go.
Give me the scoop. Fallen going to go back to B with a bomb. But without util, without weaponry not around, we envision much for Imperial.
Lots to do for Imperial in terms of their actual schedule at events, right? We've had them at the Major, we've had them at the RMR, straight into Dallas, now here. This is like an old schedule back in the day, right? This is when when they were back in 2016.
The circuit is healing, Dinka. We've got far more of these, you know, over the 2 years of online. A lot of it was just the mainstay TOs, but now we're getting a lot more Pinnacle running LANs and the likes, and yeah, a far more busy calendar. But that's great for a team like Imperial, who could do with the practice at events like these, where they get to play top opposition, but not, you know, I say top opposition. There's one top 10 team at this event. That's Heroic, big coming in at 11. So, you know, there's still a lot of competition here, despite that. But none of the top dogs in the world, unless you count Heroic there. I think you could. A championship team. As far as the Major goes, there's another tag, this time from the CT side. Farley just trying to pick players out of the round. The rifles are good for the job, though. And a nice cleanup. Astralis with no casualties is all they ever wanted. We're going to see a lot of these rounds for Imperial's T side on this map, crawling around, grouped up in middle. If Astralis give you mid, they are just going to be walking up con, doing a split. Pretty standard rounds for Imperial, pretty old school on Mirage, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it's what worked at the Major, man. Like I just listed off their wins there. They had legit wins over good EU teams.
They actually have some very similar strats to how Na'Vi actually play the T side of Mirage. You'll see a lot of A hits with the first contact coming from Palace, for example, from Bolt. So we're going to see that come through a couple of times too, I'm sure, throughout this half. But Config looking to disrupt early on. He's playing in towards the short smoke, and it actually might work out. Look at this. Steps going by. They're going to walk right up behind. He swings out. It's one for Config. Needs a double, and he'll come away with both. Finally taken out, but Bolts and FNX right back into the round again here for Imperial. It is suddenly all on Farley, and he's got a scout in hand.
Yeah, this went from great to awful real quick for Astralis. He's going to go gun search and gun hunting, as Bolts has to take the lengthy wrap round. FNX is just taking space, clearing corners on the B-bomb site, and setting up the site to plant. Farley's flanking short. He's got a gun at least, but no kit right now. There's one down. He's in a very good position as far as clutches go. Default plant with FNX very deep in the bomb site, but he's got the spot. Those bolts are stuck default. Luckily, that reposition to the back of the bomb site will avoid the Molotov, and he's slowed down as well. He can smoke it. He now knows he's got FNX isolated, but no peek getting given to him. He's got to fish out his frags.
It's taking too long here as well. He's used up significant pieces of utility. The HG's going to go through, and I mean, you don't get anything from the util. If you don't force the fight into the peak, you've just got to call it off here. So, not a bad round in terms of the impact found in middle, but not enough done from Glaive and Zip. Imperial battle back into it. Bolts and FNX able to carry it over the line. Imperial have done it. They found their first T round.
Yeah, despite some heroics there in middle. And this is probably why we'll see Astralis give up mid and let Imperial have their way with it. With rounds like that, when you have 3 players fighting it, plus a guy in the smoke that Imperial didn't even consider, he gets a double. Not enough for Config, but him throwing himself into those fights with a good pistol round as well, it does look like Config is warmed up, ready to go in the second map. And if you can add him to the powerhouse of Blame, then yeah, this could be a very good time for Astralis. 4 rifles out on either side. Farley smoked out a window. Didn't have a Molotov to put it out. Again, 4 in middle, 1 from under.
Oh, Farley through the window. Smoke able to take one, but back and dead immediately to FNX. Blame F in the connector can be an absolute beast from this position. Config elsewhere removing the life of FNX and pushing his way up through the underpass. He could get even more from this. He gets so much done. Imperial starting to send their forces forward. Right into the waiting arms of Config. They are ready for him, but dealing with him is another problem. Config, surgical precision to the headshot. Bolts back in with the wallbang, and it's a kill into the 3v2. Imperial down a player, but luckily a lot of time to figure their way out of this one.
Creepy crawlies, huh? Down under. And with 3 up, they could even boost in the window. There could be a gap, but Blame has just moved in to watch this position. Still might be tempting for Imperial in a spot like this. Blame is going to catch a head or 2. He's seen bolts as well. Nade should do nice damage. You'll take what you can get. And Bolts needs to get the hell out of here. First picking up the bomb, open to Connector, and Blame is fighting it. He will close the round. Good stuff for Astralis. Config, I can't believe he got wallbang there through the wood. Trying to play it safe, but didn't even see the second player.
Yeah, great impact found from Config nonetheless, right? The aggression, taking a few more risks. When you know you've got the solo control in towards middle with Blame F, and Zip takes up position at short, you're freed up a little bit, and Config makes sure that that risk pays off. Now Imperial down to pistols again. Tech 9 out here for Fur. Quite a conservative approach for Imperial as they realize if they take this round, they can just go next to the buy. And that should mean Astralis add 4 to the tally. Finally looking to apply some pressure. Oh, that's not pretty at all.
That's ugly. I'd go as far as saying, yeah, pistols are somehow doing it. They haven't made it to triple yet, but guns have been picked up. Molly on the bout. Bolt is already back at the bomb site, not for long. Config has put that gun back in no man's land, and Astralis collapsed upon these pistols. Good call, just to swing them dry and get rid of them before they get any more position in the round. 4-1, and Astralis, whew, they put a lid on it, but it does cost them a lot of money.
If you like it, you should put a lid on it.
Yeah, that's Beyonce.
Something like that.
Yeah, probably.
I used to hate Beyonce as a kid in terms of the music. Just
why? What did you listen to? Pokemon theme tune?
Anime Betrayal theme song, yeah, something like that. Is Pokemon an anime?
Is Family Guy an anime?
Yeah, my favorite anime.
Yeah, definitely.
It's got one of the best openers.
See, no one told you life was gonna... Wait, that's Family Guy. No, it's Simpsons.
No, I don't even think that's A. Anyway, back to the action, Hugo.
Yes.
Fur boosted.
Oh.
Kill through the smoke from Fnatic, falling able to follow up. It's starting to look very good for Imperial right off the get-go here. That kill was found towards the ramp early this time, so that's, I believe, Config that's gone down there, so it's a bit of a rough spot to be in. 2 players down already for Astralis. Only a couple of moments away from a kill from Farlick. Surely sound good, but Fur, okay. Turns back, Farlick gets ripped apart. There are 2 players left here for Astralis.
That's insanity, and they're about to be cut down as well. FNX has the cat control from ladder. Zip can't get aggressive. I can't believe Farley, he knows that fight's coming. He's ready for Fur, and he just gets deleted. Save for Astralis. But not a pretty one. 2 guns, and they won't even be able to full buy round this in the follow-up. Could drop over 2 more. I guess they could get 5 rifles in some weird mishmash way. A1Ss aren't too expensive, but won't be a perfect buy. Well, for Imperial, though, flawless with the AWP to boot.
Comes down to the entry kills for Imperial. Good stuff. I think Astralis will stop taking some of those aggressive ramp peaks, so giving them a couple of opportunities in the early round. Now we can see that will continue.
Nice cut.
We can actually see the game via FNX's screen, so we can see everything now. Can't see much from Blame F's. Buy coming in here from the CT side. It's going to be pretty weak. You're going to have some FAMAS in there. Deagle for Glaive.
Config bought it and threw it to Farley.
It's like, give me that rifle. You don't even play the rifle.
Fair enough, honestly. Surprised he's not on the scout, but not the end of the world. Astralis take mid, but Imperial setting up for a full A attack. What this will allow for Astralis, if they want, is a very quick flank. It's dangerous, though.
All right, so we're going to see these smokes come in, no problem for Imperial. Interested to see if Palace will play contact first. Pretty passive setup from Bolts, but can often be the player that takes initial fights from here, but he's going to be setting up the utility for the Underwood. Look at the fire being sent out here from Imperial, just limiting all these pesky positions the Astralis could be playing from. I love the call to go in towards this player, Nate. Standard, keeping it clean.
Especially after so many rounds in middle, you saw Astralis actually started triple mid with bait and switch setup. Well, at least Blame comes through the smoke. He's picked off the first. Plant is dangerous. Blame's coming over the top. Oh dear, they can't stop him. He's killed one. Bomb does make it down to the ground. FNX spams out Glaive. It's just smoke kills right now. Here's that big flank from middle that we talked about. Bolt is ready though as Config sneaks into the angle. It's a 2-on-3 here. Orb shot misses, but no pressure yet. Astralis are the ones on the clock.
BLUEJAYS has a kit, he has a smoke and a flash. That's the utility they have to make do with. Smoke goes in towards Palace. Farley closer, spots out, falling, overextending, and that's the kill through. Now pressure starting to be applied.
Got kit.
There's a kit down in the open, but Farley's taken out. Even with the kit, the time is limited here, and all FNX has to do is hide on Tetris to win this round. He then leaps for the fight, realizing the round is already done. BLUEJAYS will take it, and Imperial... It looked clean at the beginning. It looked like it was going to be an easy round, but Astralis make it quite messy towards the end there.
Yeah, that's a miscom. Like, Blame, that's a classic Blame where you scratch your head a little bit because, yeah, he gets all the kills, gets all the glory, but he could have won the round. He had a smoke, he had a kit. Farley didn't. Farley couldn't cross default to get it with the player on Tetris. Blame, if he smokes bomb and goes for stick, that's the only way you win the round. He knows he's just playing for the exits instead.
But he wouldn't have one death if he did that and lost.
That's true. That is true.
13-1 sounds way better than 13-2.
KD is important. But, you know, that's a Blame round, but I feel like a lot of other players will smoke, defuse, and just have to trust their teammate. Like, the round is the most important thing at the end of the day. Now watch Blame do that, and now kill everyone in this one, I'm sure.
Hero AK.
Yeah.
Alright, Bolts.
But he has no idea.
Look how much ground Bolts has got.
They're flashing
Good
mid.
night, Blame.
Blame's dead. Poor guy.
Dead. Bolts, no problem. That's going to be frustrating for Blame.
The worst of both worlds.
Well, Farley now has the AK instead.
Nice.
Oh, so good. Stays open for a little while and allows Fallen that kill back. B side starting to leap into the B side. P250 for Zippex has found another, but Fallen makes sure it doesn't get too out of control. And it puts Glaive into the 1 versus 2. He's taken the underpass because he missed the jump up to short. And the amount of time you have to waste here to get into a competitive position and you don't have a kit on your back, the round win is almost out of question here for Glaive. But if he can bring down a few rifles because of the damage BLUEJAYS did in the last round, it would put Imperial within breaking point a little earlier in this half than if they do save over, but Glaive decides the AK is better for the next round instead.
Yeah, nice spidey senses there, because Fallen had just posted up on the apartments with the orb, so Glaive was walking into certain death. He will avoid that. He will keep the gun. That one hurts for Blame, where it's like, you're going to blame Glaive. Like, come on, man. What are you doing? He has a flash out. He's trying to flash Blame into middle, and he gets walked through on ramps by Bolts. Really nice contact for Imperial. They've shown a few different starters to their round so far. A lot of mid takes, but even just there, just a contact A player on an anti-eco. Astralis aren't even watching it. Yeah, Imperial getting very cheeky on this T side.
Yeah, they're doing enough right now to show that it won't be a CT-sided lockout for Astralis, and
yeah.
Now that is always a risk you run, but if you start to pick up, if you're on these T side, this game completely opens up.
Oh no!
The net's getting a soaring in. Farley, what? It banged off the top of the wall, I guess, because it didn't go through the window. Glaive is taking the first pick, this time on Bolts. BLUEJAYS off to a flyer. This should have been a great start for Imperial. This should have been the opening on Farley and full mid control established, but no, it's gone the other way. Astralis are taking 2, and they've got mid control to play with.
Yeah, now they just start using their util, lobbing in smokes, cutting off these angles. The AWP has open season for Fallen, but oh, I say no one's going to face, and yeah, no one's going to face. Glaive goes up and over towards the balcony. Bit scary for a second, but nice mid-take for Astralis. They did it a couple of rounds ago on that A attack for Imperial that Imperial ended up winning with no survivors. And this time it actually works. Blame gets that top mid-pick. First coming out under, they are right above him in the ladder.
Yeah, Comfy's up in the ladder room, but it's the 2 players of Imperial that are making their way through B. That's an important kill to find, because now the quick rotation back to this B site isn't there. You have to make the adjustment if you're Astralis. If they quick commit to this Imperial, they would have found Zippex alone inside of the B site. They still want to go here, but that adjustment is being made. The rotation of BLUEJAYS is starting to come back over to B to try and bolster this defense. But 30 seconds left. Imperial leaving the time, and now the jump spot. It's the call to go. They're bringing everybody over here, but Zipper's gone down. Vinny dives out the window. Kill is through, and now BLUEJAYS looking to cause some problem. First kill it is close to the transfer, but cannot deny the bomb plant. Shot so close. Vinny is the walking wounded right now, dead to rights, but still alive. Still kicking inside of the smoke. Finally, Vinny put in the ground by BLUEJAYS, but he set up Fallen with a small chance. A small opportunity, but a missed shot. Glaive just runs him down, puts a bullet in his head, and a round secured for Astralis.
That's the most entertaining round on the map. I mean, how much spam does BLUEJAYS have to do there? He doesn't even go for the planter. He catches the player on bench with his knife out, somehow doesn't kill Vinny, eventually smoke spams him, of course, gets his revenge, and then Glaive, what a masterful, intelligent play, knowing that Fallen is going to have the AWP, putting that smoke down and just jumping below the balk and headshotting him. I mean, everything about that round for Astralis was beautiful, minus the miss spam, and even that was entertaining. Well, nice try for Imperial. That jump spot was everything, though.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. Got them at the ready. But we'll give you another update. We are running 2 simultaneous streams today. You're currently watching the B stream of the Pinnacle Cup, but if you want to watch the A stream action, that's currently Fnatic versus Big ongoing. The first map was very one-sided. Fnatic took the win 16-7 over Big, but over on Overpass, it is now 11-4 to Big on the bounce back. 14-4, in fact, now. As I take a closer look, 2 rounds away from securing a significant victory there and a bounce back from Big. Final map will be Vertigo. If you want to watch that, it's over on the Pinnacle Esports channel.
Naughty. Twitch.tv/Pinnacle. Not pineapple.
Not pineapple. Hugo stole the pineapples.
Shh, don't tell them.
Also, if you are going to sneeze and you're not allowed, you don't want to sneeze, say pineapple just before you do it, and for some reason it works.
What, it stops you from
sneezing?
Pineapple.
Yeah.
We're trolling.
It actually works, Hugo. Try it.
Okay, I'll try it later. And shoot. Oh, missed shot for Config. They've got the smokes down and they've run down a rifle. This is weird.
Not again, Astralis. They had a few of these over on Nuke, didn't they?
Buddy.
And Fallen decapitates Glaive. Oh no.
Save. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Enjoy your eco win. Is it Nuke?
Feels like it.
Yeah, some things never change. Old habits die hard. Old habits die hard.
We all love a dabbit. Dab.
On it.
No dabbing. Ground rules.
That's a Hawker line.
Yeah, it's a good old Hawker line.
I love a Hawker line.
Hawker loves lines too.
It's your boy.
There's Oi Oi.
He's a Brit. He's got a Q.
What's his other one?
Oh, that's it, I think.
Oh, yeah. Nice. That's the catchphrase right there.
Oh, that's weird. But very successful eco round for Imperial. How do they do it?
Hawker did bring something up. So he has these Hawker jokes.
Yeah, like dad jokes.
He said, he asked me a question. You know, Hugo, have you seen the clown that hides from stupid people?
Yeah, I see him all the time. He's behind you. You see him?
No, I don't see him.
That's a shame. Nice try, buddy. Gonna have to wake up pretty early to catch me, Dinko.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with me introducing the fact that it was a whole joke. Well, there we go, Hugo.
Yeah, I've heard that one before. Sorry.
Yeah, Hawker does. It's never new material with him.
No. Stolen valor.
Not quite. Not quite illegal, but it's not an Uber driver. Anyway, buying back. It was a quick play that from Imperial. These quick rounds, Astralis seem to have a couple of weaknesses towards that B site.
That was Config trying to AWP mid, but it's perfect spawn smokes for Imperial. They cut off both sides of Archway. What the hell is that for Fallen? That's one naughty.
Is he blowing your mind?
He is. He's thrown another BX. Dude, that's the Rob smoke. That's the Rob smoke. Look where it landed.
Wow.
It lets you get
the Rob smoke.
That's cool, man. It lets you run with it and go all the way deep into B apartments. If you're going to rush, it cuts off an AWPer, someone climbing van.
Look how much utility it's caused to go out.
Yeah, that's really nice for Fallen.
I love that.
Not an easy throw.
No, not that's a lot of practice to get that one down.
Yeah.
Really getting into the matrix, but Farley's push forward. In the ramp area. That's gone down a few times here, Farley. Does not want to go down to the rifle.
But close up, man. Farley should be easy, right? Unless they drop at the same time, but he's a little wide. Oh, they've seen him. Oh,
no.
Yeah, that's the worst case scenario. He didn't even hear the drop, surprisingly. Now they just start running at ramp wild. Good flash for Glaive.
Oh.
He'll make it work. 2 kills as Blame has the cross to default. He won't be able to stop him. Nice shot for Bolts. He turned from what he thought was a flash. It was actually an HE, and that gave Bolts the room to drop in and do the damage. 3-on-2 rather, as the mid player backs out to just stop that refrag. And without a kill, Astralis might again be tempted to save. Wow, 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 wow.
That really is the
sound of losing.
The Astralis sound right there, isn't it?
Yeah, they've had a couple of bungled ones on this CT side.
Bungle of yoy.
We are in Sweden. I hear a lot of justs.
Just
Just go jungle.
Just EOB.
Just go be.
Well, Hampus hasn't joined the team elsewhere, so he is still in Sweden somewhere.
How do you justify this?
We can find Hampus. Oh, look at that. Double fist bump action from BLUEJAYS.
Yeah. Knows what he wants.
Gets it as well.
Yeah. You don't turn down a BLUEJAYS fist bump.
Otherwise, you get the fist.
Yes.
You don't want the BLUEJAYS fist.
I'll leave a mark. Break a bone.
Yes. And that is the least of the damage. But around for Imperial. That puts them into the lead. Glaive pushing forward with the 5-7. Deep in towards the apartment. Clears it out. No one here. They'll happily make a new home. There's a little kitchen in there and everything, so not too bad there for Glaive. But he's actually decided he's on the hunt. Hasn't got the meat that he wants and wants to find it. As he's elected for human flesh.
Oh, he didn't check it. He didn't check it. He's going back. Oh,
but if he goes forward, he will find the ball. He will find the bomb, but Burr's collected that.
He heard it.
He hears it, but he can't move quick, because if he makes the sound cue, he'll hit him. So they're in a rough spot to figure out which maneuver they would like to make here in Astralis.
And now he's waiting to hear if they reset to Esports. And all of this time, Imperial getting deeper, he's going to miss his window of opportunity on this flank.
Good setup here on the A side, though. If Imperial decide to go here, a couple of choke points being held right now. Shadow from Farlek spotted Vinny. They get to try and fight him, but will be drawn into the open. Luckily, Fallen fell victim, so Vinny can stand. And BLUEJAYS and Glaive now are trying to do their best. It will be BLUEJAYS tested first. Deagle will not land. Vinny clears him out, and Glaive, well, he's been doing this all round. He's on the flank. He's in behind. The 5-7 looks to take down Bolts, but he gets checked. Vinny looks for him. And it's always frustrating when you start a flank, and that's how it ends.
Definitely. And I mean, he waited so long, which isn't a bad play. Like, obviously, he doesn't have the info we do, but in the 5-on-5, not wanting to make the first play in the backstab, what he did do was allow his entire team to stack that A bomb site after hearing the bomb get picked up in mid. So they had the players in the right place. They had the AWP kill for Config, but very nice trading for Imperial. And man, these T sides of Mirage have been excellent for Imperial. It's how they got so many upset wins at the major against Forza, against Cloud9, competitive against G2, and even more. So they're doing it again. They're doing it against Astralis, who, yeah, okay, historically don't play this map, but this is home ground for Blame and Config, and for Farley as well. He's going to find an opener. But Astralis need to win this round, or they are going to get rolled.
They have been struggling to find openings recently, though, so that is a little change. So we'll see if they can convert it. That is the main thing here. Farley, another one. They push in towards him, happily collects the life of Bolts as well. And then he coming out of Palace, deploys some utility, but they realize walking into that A site is a death sentence, so they're going to send a play out through mid instead for looking to create some space, but he's just going to hold the top mid boxes. Potentially, they wait on the play out of ramp. Fallen does have the ball on his back, but he has got the AWP. Just waiting for a mistake from Astralis, waiting for an overextension, but it's not coming their way. It's discipline from the Danes. Eventually, Imperial need to make the move. Perhaps waiting for the A side defense to adjust slightly, maybe catch them out of position, but nothing happening yet. 30 seconds left. Fur finally gets close. The connector finally spotted. BLUEJAYS does not let you past. It's his domain inside of the A site.
Very much so. Vinny on 20 now. Next to Blame, and this is it. This is a save. It's done. Imperial don't like what they've been given, and they'd rather keep the money and the AWP. It makes sense. Getting picked apart in this round. on all sides of the map. Astralis, this is so important to get away not just with a round, but a flawless round. They have a bit more breathing room, a bit of a buffer, as Imperial try and come back in with a winning recipe. Very close game, but again, Imperial, they won the first half of Nuke, they still lost the map.
I heard some player screams, and we're on the complete opposite side of the building, through a bunch of different walls.
Dude, yesterday when we were up in the stands, casting on the stage, I could hear Cadian shouting, and we had the door shut, we had the window shut.
Of course you could.
I'm like, bro, you're like a mile away. What are they shouting at? Who's winning?
So from 14-4 to 14-11, Fnatic are beginning their comeback at the CT side of Overpass. Now, Mezzi is the new IGL of Fnatic.
Yeah.
Overpass is always kind of his home ground, right?
Definitely.
So, yeah, he's performing pretty badly, but individually, but all seem to be working well.
That's the in-game leader effect. Hey, if it works, it works. Oh, they're running through. They smoked the molly. What a quick pace and what a disrespectful play. FNX puts Glaive in the dirt. Blame spamming the smoke. He is 19-5, but he might not even play into the outcome of this round. Oh, no!
Oh.
As the smoke blooms, Fallen's going over the top.
Oh,
he
he's still
wants
going.
more! Headshot to Zip. And how many of these rounds for Imperial have just been one off the opening fight? Think about that B round where it's just Zip and Config gets smoked out at short. Imperial entry him, and at that point you know it's already done. What a crazy play off the pause to smoke the molly and just run wild. Imperial,
They can't deal with the
respect.
speed. Astralis just can't deal with it. The fast-paced plays that Imperial throw at them.
Oh, you're dead.
Traded after one. BLUEJAYS saving his M4. 19-5 right now on BLUEJAYS.
Insanity.
And they're still behind. The problem is BLUEJAYS does get, a good amount of impact kills, but some of them he'll get 2 mid-round kills, but one attempt to win the clutch towards the end required of him. Or, you'll see these moments where his kills keep ticking on by, but the rounds maybe don't for Astralis, and you can see massive performances from BLUEJAYS, and that's why you still see victories not go Astralis' way, because maybe the impact isn't felt at the right part of the round. You need someone else to really step up and help him out a little bit there in terms of the closure sometimes in the round wins, but that is just done from the get-go. Imperial's speed straight away had fallen. I just love how he climbs over Ticket and takes the fight.
Yeah, I feel like some of these rounds are just not just like, oh, 5-on-4 we've won, but like super one-sided anyway. We're not having these slow, crawly mid-rounds that Imperial often do on this T side. We're seeing some of them, but it is more just very clean, very decisive rounds no matter who wins it. Astralis, they just need the 7th. They need something to sit on at the end of the half, because already this has been a pretty dire CT side. That's a helping hand, though, for boosted in. Blame sees through the light. And as it goes dark, so does Fur's eyes. Close for this round. 5-on-4. But Imperial not done yet.
Lack utility right now for Astralis. It's still under a minute left. Farley goes down as Bolts extends it at Powers. A snappy kill. He'll come right back into his lair again. BLUEJAYS smoked off at jungle. And they go searching for Glaive and lands on top of his head.
Heat seeking.
But look at this, Xyp9x realizes lack of utility, has to move forward, he has to take some ground, and Bolts again, deliver an impact! Xyp9x needed that kill, and he gets it. Now barreling back into the B side, looking to defend from short, but Vinny is ready for Xyp9x to peek from the apartments. And now they turn their attentions to A instead.
Panic rotating, it's just being drugged back and forth. No one knows which way to go. Blame's finally worked it out. Vinny crosses, and he wins the fight with 1 health against Blame. 21 kills deep in the half. Not enough to win the round. And that was so weird. They were just chugging back and forth between bomb sites. Not able to make up their mind, but Vinny will do it for them. That's Imperial with a 9-round T side against Astralis on Mirage. That is impressive, Dinko.
9 rounds T side. The last time they played Mirage was against Furia. They won 3 T rounds. So they're doing much better here. And Astralis, we talk about how strong they can be on the CT side. You can see the frustration right now. Look at Config.
And he started strong. Config was out of the gate. Was 4-on-1. Obviously not very early out of the gate, but he had a couple of clean rounds to begin. Thought this was his resurgence after a very quiet performance on Nuke, but he's 8-9 right, or 8-10 right now. Nothing special. Need him on these T sides to be cracking open those bomb sites where Blame closes rounds. Config needs to open them. Gonna lean towards A. We've got 2 players coming in under. Config's in no hurry. Smokes and flashes over, fighting that ticket player. But FNX removes him and his buddy from the round.
This is looking very good for Imperial now. If you pick up the pistol round, you convert it, you'll be on your way to a 3rd map. Ooh, falling under pressure. Farlick puts pressure on him and able to come away with a pick, but Fur alleviates it almost immediately. Farlick continues to get a couple of kills and needs this one in window. He needs Fur's life. Farlick couldn't quite get into the window. Now drops back into the underpass instead. And the bomb is going the long way around through T spawn back to the B site. Sipix has struggled in this map. 5 kills to his name right now. Would be great to see some impact in the pistols. He goes into top mid instead.
I like this reposition. Maybe Farley heard something or purposely faked out window because Imperial have rotated to B. They're not even playing jungle. They're watching spawn. Is FNX. I mean, great positions for Imperial. They are not the ones under pressure right now, but Astralis have found that one pocket that they can be comfortable in. They just need to pick where to plant. If they go open, it doesn't matter. Dead immediately, and now Zip dead from spawn as FNX finds 3 kills in the round. 2 openers and the closer. FNX, he's the full package.
Big package indeed. Now, pistol picked up for Imperial. It puts them into a very comfortable position in this half. If you can take this conversion, you'll be feeling incredibly good about yourself. And for the side of Astralis, you're just going to keep falling deeper and deeper into this mental hole.
Fallen's so confident he's playing USP armor. He knows.
And Clive just not even moving.
Yeah, he knows it's Glocks. He knows Astralis won't buy without the bomb plant.
It's going to be so chunky. No, if they walked into it, but they actually waited for it.
Yeah. That's the thing. If you walk into bullets, walk into nades.
You're going to go boom.
Yeah.
Who knows with CS, though?
True. Nades are so weird. It's like around stairs. If they land on like one step and you're on another step, you can be basically on top of it and they can do like 3 damage. Really cool. Valve did make it better, definitely. They patched that a couple of years ago, but
oh, they said they did.
It's better. It's not fixed. That's Valve.
Better not fixed. That's their motto, is it?
Yeah. Actually, you know, they're pretty good. I
think
like,
the game's in a
I
really
like
good
to
place.
rap. Yeah, I like to rap on them, but at the same time, smoke bug at the major fixed within 24 hours. That's sick. That's not. I can imagine not an easy bug to fix. Stuff like that. Valve, keep it up. You're doing a good job.
Fur double straight away in towards middle.
Fur
with another one. There we go. That's a nice 4K.
Ace it. Ace it.
Smells Glaive. Where is he?
Oh, he's running under. Ace it.
Oh, he's coming back hard. Hot.
Ace it.
Cold. 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 Cold.
Marco Polo.
Polo.
Marco.
Polo now. Marco now. Glaive now.
Glaive how? He's in window.
To the wall. He's up in the window.
Oh!
And he's got a kill.
Ace.
And he got it. He got all 5.
Tactical death for Vinny to set Fur up for the round for the multi.
I think Peacemaker's the only one that cares about that ace.
Yeah, I mean, it's full clock, so, you know.
He smiled. They give him a chuckle.
It's a stat page on HLTV. That's all that matters, Dinko.
Another ace this week for Fur. Can you believe it?
Most aces of the month.
Well, AK's now out for Astralis. No AWP, though. Decent amount of utility. What is the call out of spawn? It's quick in towards top middle. Flash out. Astralis quite quick about taking control. And look at he apply pressure up connector.
Yeah, media space. Even into the window. They're going to be holding the light, though. That's just suicide for Config. Not going to make his recovery arc any easier. Oh, the quick switch! You naughty boy, Bolts. He doesn't get punished for it. Oh, if Glaive checks that, Bolts is just screwed with the quick switch. Zip trying to trade, gets him out of the ramp at least. That's opened up a chasm in the A site. Fallen in the cave, picking Zip. Headlight on. And Astralis, well, they've got a bit of space. They've got Farley up deep. It's a 2-on-4. Imperial know what they've conceded, and they're about to regain mid from under.
Farley gone. BLUEJAYS now alone now, yet again. In the ladder room. The problem is we say this is BLUEJAYS' playground. Well, he's got no friends with him ever.
Yeah, you can't really play
He's
on
just
your own.
spinning around in the park on his own.
Yeah, just on the swings, having fun, roundabout, but no one's pushing him. He's stuck his legs out the side.
You can't have fun on your own that often.
I mean, I have
Some
loads.
select activities.
Yes.
Like a trip to Iceland, like I did on my own.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
You had fun?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
And see a bunch of stuff like waterfalls, volcanoes, water.
A lot of water.
A lot of
nice.
water.
A lot of ice, maybe.
Actually, yeah, glacier, the largest in Europe.
Glaves where?
It doesn't even sound like
It
glacier.
did to me.
It starts with
And the same.
And BLUEJAYS now.
And
8 deaths.
this is a sad game for Astralis. I'm going to just say it.
Very sad.
Very sad.
Depressing, in fact.
Yes, rather. What more can one man do? And how little can 4 men do? Not even double digits on Astralis.
I will say, he's got a lot of kills. BLUEJAYS not doing a whole lot either.
No, sure. But CT side, he had a few impactful multi-kills. He also had rounds where it's like, okay, he could have gone for it, but...
You gotta go for plays like that. You gotta be the step up. If no one else is having a performance, sometimes you just gotta do what's needed.
Yeah, I wonder where Config's head's at right now. Like, first gun round, he's jumping in window, like... It's not gonna work, is it?
Here comes the pop. Astralis about to hit into the B site. Imperial completely at the ready here. Fnatic is going to deploy the HE. Sees them running towards short. Should have called that for Vinny, and Vinny unable to handle it. So the space has been created for Astralis, but Fnatic doing a great job of just delaying, allowing his teammates to come on in. It searches out the player inside of the site, but it's already gone. Bolts cleans it up alongside Fur. And Astralis don't even get a bomb plan.
Yeah, Imperial just play really solid CS. Like, it's just nothing too crazy, nothing too flashy, but everything they do works. Their T side's very, very
like,
group, just trading out A.
Checks notes. Astralis, Counter-Strike is a 5 versus 5 competitive shooter. Why am I alone?
Sometimes your teammates are just having a bad day.
He's reading the quotes. Yeah. Sometimes your opponent's having a very good day.
Yeah, it does feel like that. Oh, the mid take is beautiful. Glaive's so blind as he swings out, but he was committed. And Vinny's going to catch him off the top of the boost. If Astralis are about to pop into B within 15 seconds again, it's a testament to the mindset. They won't with Glaive gone. But again, you don't even have mid control. You're a man down.
Actually,
you bail from your B pop.
You know what? I think BLUEJAYS is probably reading notes on checking his notes on Overpass. That's probably what he's coming up with there.
Yeah, it could be. Oh, yeah, I mean... Oh!
All right.
Did he just fire off the flash, or did he see Vinny? That's what I want to know. Maybe a bit of both. That's fine. Zip through the smoke and gets out. Keeps the advantage. Even extends it with Fnatic going aggressive, and BLUEJAYS sitting in the smoke, waiting for the fade. As it does, a new one is in his face, but that will also go with time. Time heals all smokes, and BLUEJAYS is now alone.
Will he try to win the round this time? Kill on Fur. Another kill added to the tally here for BLUEJAYS. A better weapon now collected. 35 seconds. Jumps into the window and sees one in the underpass. Luckily still alive here for BLUEJAYS. Stuck in the undertow, though.
Yeah. It's kind of lifeless, Dinko. It's kind of lifeless. 5 in a row for Imperial. Up to 14 rounds now. And... well, 7 in a row if you count the first half as well, but flawless CT side at the moment. Astralis can't seem to catch a break. Not really seen all too much. They've been playing very much off of spawns, running insta-mid with only a window smoke, getting killed by the cat jump, perfect counter, going for a B explosion with Tech 9s. Imperial keep 3 up. Yeah, there's not really anything that's worked for Astralis. It's reassuring for Imperial. Shot a dominant game, but it worries me going into Overpass.
Imperial could 2-0 this game. That's the wild thing.
For sure.
Nuke could have gone their way.
Absolutely. There were chances.
Overpass, very likely to come through now. Almost guaranteed if they lose this round. Astralis should not be able to compete for the rest of the map, and Imperial will take victory in this map itself and tie the series up 1-1. Utility at the ready here for Astralis out to A, but look where the bomb is. There's no intentions to commit behind this A play yet.
Play slow around Astralis, because that's all Imperial did on their T side. They really bled the clock in many of these mid takes. I mean, they got a lot more mid control for free. Astralis did concede that until very late in the half, when we started to see Config and Blame making plays and getting aggressive, flanking these A plays to varying results. But Astralis haven't even been able to get out into middle. This is perfect, though. The A attack fake into a mid take. It's drawn all the attention here, and that's going to give a chance for Astralis to get up through connector. Glaive gets spotted. Now the jig is up. Imperial know that this is all a bit of a rumble. Double peek, perhaps. Blame and Zip could both face Con together. Config's been killed up in Palace. Aggressive by FNX. They're just not getting respect from Imperial right now. The grenade and Fur find a kill apiece. Farley, the first kill of the round, doubles up, but Glaive is dead.
How is he not dead?
Okay, he's dead.
Finally, he's dead. All right, there we go.
Surely not the ace.
And Bolts takes out the player at top comp. Farley no longer dead. And now we're looking at Overpass, almost surely locked in, as Imperial have been just unbelievably dominant throughout this Mirage.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, 6th round CT side wasn't good for Astralis, but I didn't think it would leave them with nothing on the T side. Absolutely zilch. Zero. Nothing. Not an elimination game, at least. Would push them into that deciding match of the group, though, the loser of which... Oh my god, Bolts is going for it. Full send up mid right now. Oh, and he's caught Blame. Unaware of that fact. Astralis were grouped again for a full B attack, but they get smoked deep apps by Imperial. Gotta say, like, I'm ragging on Astralis, but Imperial have had perfect counters, from Vinny jumping up on the ladder in mid to that deep smoke there, calling off the B attack for Astralis. They can't even get apartments, and they certainly can't get middle. This is it, folks, the beginning of the end. 2 kills from it.
Well, it is all but over. 16-6, an impressive victory.
That's all they realized last second. They spot ahead, and they get out alive. They are very lucky to be standing here. Gonna get some spots on the cross. Imperial, this is no shocking B attack from them.
Starting to peel away. Imperial will start to group up in towards connector, maybe even send a player out middle here. But just over a minute left. Plenty of time for Imperial. Just getting their control. Straight down into connector. FNX will lead the charge, and behind him his teammate Forces. It's a bit of water control taken here for Astralis. In terms of the ground taken, Zipix, if they swing open that door, will be the first point of contact. Should set up Farley for damage on the follow-up, but they're not going that way. Instead, they're moving their way through the A side, and the adjustment for Astralis' defense has come through to deal with this.
Ooh. Right around the corner. Config couldn't pick a side. Got the decision made for him. Nice tap for Glaive anymore. They're getting close. They're already in. Blame has that cross, but not for long, as Fur pops through the long smoke put down by Astralis. Going to try and cancel the plant. Just can't do it. Can't do a thing. He's just dead immediately. Taps for Farley too little too late. And Bots comes off of the plant and wins the round with a closing kill. Nice stuff for Imperial. Going into the stack, coming out relatively unscathed. And this is going to be a true test of Fallen's T-side mid-rounding on a map like Overpass. As we already saw, even in that pistol, their plan got pulled out from underneath them with the monster push from Astralis. But they find a way, and they find their T-side pistol.
Astralis had nothing here, so after Mirage, they should be used to playing with nothing. So Imperial should be taking this 2-0 in terms of the starting rounds on Overpass. I'm going to try and build up some cash here. Fallen sent through the B site for holding on to long defensive. We'll start to see a group of players running down into his crosshair. Fur with another 4K of the day.
He's had many.
That's a lot of 4Ks.
Might even be his 4th.
Putting him to sleep. Sleep sounds good.
Yeah, knocked out cold are Astralis, but they were always meant to be on that eco. So, buy round. Coming in quick. All the gear. Farley's on it. Big AWP. Fallen's got his Mac attack tack. Oh, almost smooth for FNX. But it's Vinny running con instead. Let's get that B short with that early smoke. Jump spots for Glaive.
Gets himself into the one position where you can't be spotted or spammed. You have to use a Molotov if you want to get him out of that spot.
Astralis don't have one of them though. So he can be freely left to lurk until the late round and catch any aggressive flanks. Also provide a path for Imperial to double back down B if they don't like what they see on this top site. And right now they don't see a lot. Double long setup on either team. Vinny going to come in through toilet. Timing's everything here. All peaks deep. Farley finds one. He knows it's another man close. Leaves it up to Blame, but he swings. Thank goodness Blame saves his life there. An unnecessary fight taken, but no punishment for it. 5-on-3, and this is pretty cooked.
Yeah, it's not looking great for Imperial. Bomb down out towards long. Fnatic still fighting the bathroom. Blame F. At least goes down here, so first kill back for Imperial. Fnatic is low. Smoke currently keeping them at bay. Oh, missed shot. Pressure now. FNX needs to kill, and he's got it. 19 seconds left. They have to start barreling towards the site. It has to be the A site, and look who's waiting for them. No. Smoke goes down. That's enough to cancel it. You can't run through the smoke. You don't have enough time to make it to the site. And save call for Imperial. All things considered, 3 players staying up, that's not awful. Considering the money is still good, you can get a very good buy into this round. Astralis will take their first round on the board, but Imperial saving 3 players allows them to remain competitive.
A decent recovery from what was honestly decided by the double kill at long with the bomb loose. So considering you come in with a Mac 10, you leave with an AWP, could have gone a lot worse there for Imperial. But Astralis on the board early. They want to try and grab their AWP back. Farley will have to pry it from the hands of Fallen with his scout. It's an interesting smoke. Is that the B short molly smoke? That is for Fallen. Really like that. They've got lineups. Bolt's going to go again quick into water. Fallen will die though, losing his AWP towards Monster. I don't know how. What a deep peek for Zip before the smoke bloom. Wow.
Easy pickings. Vinny and FNX knocked out. Bolts and Fur dealing with a 2 versus 5. Much better to hear from Astralis. These 2 rounds back to back would be rather convincing. If they can get into the CT side rhythm on Overpass, you know, we should be seeing a little bit more on the CT side that we got to see over on Nuke, rather than the CT side we've seen on Mirage.
That one was definitely better. Third court Blame turned around in middle, checking playground. But Astralis have actually fallen all the way back to the bomb site. So if Imperial did want to hit A, they've got to clear a lot of the map with not much time. Kind of forces them into this B play. And Glaive, doesn't matter who faces him first, he should get a kill from this position, unless he gets forced to turn around and then Bolts peeks it. But no one's in a hurry. Are Imperial even interested?
No, save call again. Coming in for Imperial. T-side going for it. And Astralis, 2 in a row now as they tie up the scoreline. I'll be pretty happy about that. I feel like Astralis in the CT side, you're going to see much more impact out of a few of the individuals you didn't see any impact out of. I'm sure Config on outside after this, maybe play some football.
Yep, find Cadian.
Yeah, find Cadian, scream a little bit. Get himself back into the mindset to come back into this, because he was tilted heading into the second half, no doubt about it. For the Imperial side. They realize what they're up against. They realize they're going to be dealing with a difficult CT side. Conservative calls have already started to be made in terms of the saves in the T side. You can't really save too often as a T, though. You will put yourself in economic strife. Sometimes it is better to go down and just suffer the loss of the round, but keep the money. But because they had the capabilities of getting this kind of buyout again, it wasn't too bad to save the 2 players. But at this point, in this round, you can't save the T's. You have to either just all die or take the round win here. So that's what Imperial are hoping for, the round win to come through. Fallen going to be setting up his smoke early in towards the bathrooms. And it's quite quick here from Astralis in terms of applying pressure. Farley's looking to open things up.
Yeah, finally another mid-take for Imperial where they're given the room to go for it. Again, back to the bomb site is Farley's scout. Blame is left alone in the toilets, but you kind of have to multi-kill here if you're on your own. Farley can watch a short for now, but even then they could walk through on timing. Farley gets reaggressed. Blame can now sit back and just watch long. They're close. No flash right now. Just gonna weak. He'll walk in and oof. Not weak. Walk.
Well, BLUEJAYS was a little bit weak in that round. Goes down straight away. Fur removes him. Advantage picked up here from Imperial. Countering the bathroom setup. Now they need to focus on getting the bomb towards the site because they haven't been able to do that 2 rounds in a row now. And as I mentioned, there's no saves coming in this round for the T side. You've just got to go. Mole comes in to slow them down out towards long. And that does allow Astralis to strengthen the defense a little bit in 35 seconds. This clock is starting to tick on for Imperial. Do they go back down to B? Absolutely. That looks like the call right now. 1 player there for the CT side. Smoke burnt out. You've got to go through that.
Perfect util timing for Zip. They
Perfect
might
rotation.
set up a boost as well. They're actually coming out through CT. He's going to flash Monster. They're flashing him in again. This is screwed for Imperial. He can't save it at 5-on-4. Vinny's out with a kill. Scout will not connect. That could have been it. That could have been everything. But instead, missed shots and the bomb going down. Glaive hits a follow-up from Heaven. They've got no smoke. They're fighting in the site. Glaive falls in. He can win everything right now in the middle of the madness. 3 players right round the corner. Missed shot. Bolts will win it out. And Vinny just crouched on default. Climbs up to close the round. Imperial almost saved in a 5v4, but then just come through, get the plant, and give us the round that they finally need to pick up on this T side. Back-to-back saves into a winner. That was scary.
Yeah, they've really running the clock down. These T rounds haven't been convincing in terms of how they're approaching them, but keeping 4 players up there, that's massive. I thought they were going to for sure lose a couple of players, maybe even lose the round towards the end there, but great kills being found, and keeping 4 players up recovers some of the economic woes you might have. You start to build on this now if you're Imperial. But those rounds aren't too convincing. You know, we're not going to see them win those kind of rounds time and time again. But a good pick to find on BLUEJAYS. A little pack mentality to remove him. We'll see if they continue that. Astralis, because of the damage done back and forth, they're actually forced into a scenario where they don't have enough to buy. They're actually going for the very conservative approach. Only a couple of Ds being purchased up, a little bit of utility now being sprinkled as we leave the buy round. But ooh, this is absolutely looking like 4 rounds already for Imperial on the T side.
Yeah. And again, Overpass is one of those maps. You know, we already talk about how city-sided maps are right now. Great grenade, by the way. But Overpass is really city-sided, considerably more so than most. So this could already be an excellent beginning to the half of Imperial. Who knows where it will lead us. They're going to waltz into B, and, well, it's free. It's just Zip here with a USP. Triple D gone long. Just going to be hunting exits on the way out. Imperial with a perfect move. And I wonder how much, you know, it's one thing to do this on an eco, but I wonder how much they're going to try to abuse Zip on this B bomb site, knowing he's a monster player. He's often left solo anchoring. So we'll see how much of a tendency to hit lower there's going to be in these gun rounds. Knowing that not only the point man of Blame, but often the AWP will be on that top site. Imperial might just want to try and avoid it. Attempting a unicorn round, perhaps. You felt like Astralis would just throw themselves in at the end.
You used to have a unicorn round yesterday with Harry, didn't you?
We did.
They're always boring, aren't they?
Yeah.
Unicorns are cool, but unicorn rounds suck.
Astralis going to die. Hate to break it to you.
Unicorns don't exist! Here we are, falling.
Whoa, blasphemy. Everyone dies to the... 3 die to the bomb.
Disappear like that.
Yeah. blink and you miss it.
You know, Voldemort used to drink the blood of unicorns.
Voldemort did.
Yeah.
Were they called unicorns?
I think so,
Or were
yeah.
they called something
Unicorn blood.
else? Unicorn blood, wow.
It's like
I like
silver.
the big spider in the forest. That's
You
my
like him?
favorite. Yeah. I'm not scared of spiders.
Nah,
Harry's terrified.
Really?
Yeah, he hates spiders. I have to go to his hotel room and hide and get rid of them. When he lived in my house, I have a few spiders in my house, especially because I don't spend much time there.
It's the spider's house, actually.
Yeah, I come home, there's cobwebs. I'm like, God damn.
I've got squatters' rights.
Squatters,
now.
yeah. I can't count the amount of times I had to go into his bathroom or like his bedroom at like 1 in the morning and get rid of a spider.
I just
like,
imagine Harry jumping on his bed, screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
He doesn't want to. He's
spiders.
also he's a nice guy. He doesn't want to hurt them. Not that I hurt them. I do the paper cup technique.
Yes, the
let
paper
them
cup
out.
technique.
Mainly because I don't want to squish a spider with my bare hands.
Have
It's
you
gross.
ever done it? And then the paper cup technique, and then you put it outside, and it runs straight back into the house.
No, the one part of brutality I do to avoid that is I lob them. Let's hope they can fly. Or,
Spider-Man style.
Yeah, Spider-Man style, because I'm not placing them on the ground.
I
I'm
don't kill
throwing them.
I just throw them really far
I'm throwing
in
them
the air.
and shutting the door really quick. No, it's like how insects can fall. Like you can drop an ant like a mile, probably not that high, but you can drop an ant.
I'd
and
say
it'll be-
you
probably could. They
Yeah.
don't weigh enough to break.
Yeah, I feel like someone actually did like a MythBuster thing where they just started like throwing ants off a crane and stuff. Just see if they
How
would
do you
live.
track that?
They have someone down at the bottom who just like
How do you?
I don't. You throw enough of them so it's like
What
a cup of ants. Or
Do
something.
they get like a Converse and strap like a piece of buttered toast to the ant and which side was face up?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they. I can't really remember, but I will look it up at some point.
Nah, it's fine.
Would you like to be part of an ant colony? If you were like another insect.
Ants are cool, man.
They
Ants
are cool.
If ants had enough of humans, they could take us down. I think there's enough of them.
Like I had this conversation actually on the No Majors Club where we started discussing how ants could take over the world.
For sure.
If you made them bigger.
Bigger.
Yeah, imagine like
that's scary.
they can already carry 10 times their body weight or whatever. If you make them huge, they would have like bulletproof skin.
Yeah, that's the one thing that we have over ants. They do not survive bullets. Trust me.
Have you shot an ant?
Don't need to. They're tiny. But I'm pretty confident a bullet would win.
Well, the boot kind of crushes them. I would say metal propelled from a weapon would probably crush it as well.
That's a safe assumption.
But if you make them big, then it would really depend on the size of the bullet, right?
Okay, so we're already making AI. That will kill us eventually. Let's not bio.
Screw it. Let's do everything.
Let's not make big ants.
Let's make bigger bees, bigger ants. I watched this whole like. There's a couple of times on Netflix where they make these like hypothetical shows where it's like, on another planet, this insect is like 1,000,000 times bigger than the insect here. But there is this future documentary is like, oh, eventually insects will grow super big.
No, we will kill them before they are a threat.
And there'll just be a giant wasp about the size of your body. Now that would be cool.
I'm sure back in the old dinosaur ages, there were some massive wasps, massive insects, no doubt.
Dinner.
Oh, what, we're their dinner?
Yeah, no, we just chop them up, have them for dinner.
Insects are pretty good for you, I hear. I will not eat the bugs.
Well,
Can't make
you
me.
might not have a choice someday, Hugo. You might not have a choice. They have a lot of protein.
Stop selling them to me, Dinko.
Fried,
I will not eat the bugs.
I think most stuff, when it's fried, just tastes the same.
Yeah, chicken, ants, aubergine,
Scorpions.
scorpion. Have you eaten scorpion?
I have, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, fried scorpion.
Any good? Crunchy?
I think fried stuff just tastes good in general, doesn't it? One thing, there's like chicken feet as well you can buy.
No,
That's kind of
I'm not
gross.
that desperate.
Yeah.
Why do humans aspire to eat the worst part of animals? Like, yeah, I've got some pig snout here. Would you like some? No, like, could I have, I don't know, some of the fat or like the back or like, the legs? No. We got the horseshoe here. It's quite tough, but
If you chew hard enough, it's got lots of flavor in that.
Why do we have to eat the weird parts? Oh yeah, I have pig brain. Okay, enjoy.
I don't get liver. Like, why would you want to eat liver?
I don't think I've ever eaten liver.
Yeah, that's a bit weird. I noticed in Europe, in some European countries, our butchers mainly in the UK sell good pieces of meat, but there's some butchers that just sell literally everything. Like, here is the heart, here is the liver, here is the kidneys. You know,
I've got a photo.
Any of that.
I've got a photo of my phone of a entire alligator in Texas skinned. So it's just like a pink alligator with the head isn't skinned, but the neck down, fully skinned. You could buy it and it has a price $200 for an entire alligator. I was like, that's a pretty good price,
that's
man.
Amazing.
I don't know how it would taste.
Like one little bit of Wagyu steak is like $100. Like, that's pretty sick, actually. Maui Snake had fried alligator when we were in Dallas.
Really? Was it any good?
He said it just tasted like chicken.
I definitely would have tried that.
Yeah. It looked like chicken.
You're eating a dinosaur, Dinko. That's pretty metal, man. Well, we're back, folks. Thanks for waiting across our culinary breakdown of everything you should and shouldn't eat. 4-2 right now, Imperial. Scaly boys.
Lizard people, you trying to say?
No. But,
tinfoil hat on?
Yeah, maybe.
What's in that sewer water?
Lunch. That's where the alligators hide. $200.
Yes.
Skin it yourself. They're going back to B for an early pop. I like this call. They've just done the default mid. Astralis was stacked long because they've seen so many long takes. Config has a lot of space on B short, but will he go any further? Doesn't look like it. Going to double back into B as Imperial get ready to explode. They've got to have some util. Bolts and Fallen are throwing smokes. Flashes over the top. In come Imperial.
Molly goes down to try and slow. Glaive is good for one. Vinny trades it out and now under pressure. Zippix, but he handles it well.
Nice.
With the cover of the barrels can maintain his position and strength can be had because Config's come to help him. Come to help out his defense, but Zippix might not need them as he's just taking everybody down. All right, Zippix, this is a great round out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And Fallen's down on 18 HP.
Well, we were asking that question earlier. Will Zip get abused on this B bomb site? A very weak performance on Mirage, but he feels right at home in the monster side of Overpass. And, well, they can try and batter and bruise, but they cannot get past the Zip. And Fallen will have to save again. A lot of saving in this T side for Imperial. More than normal, but this one makes a lot more sense. Fallen will get that respect. Astralis need the money, and so losing players here is not part of the plan. Good round for Zip, and Astralis find 3.
Well, solid stuff. Astralis taking the time. I mean, this is the slowest map within the pool, actually. It's the biggest.
Dust, I think. Maybe. If you're not rushing long every round.
I don't know.
Dust can
you
be
get
so
action
slow.
pretty quick in
Yeah.
mid. Overpass on the T side is so huge. You just have so much you have to clear, so many methodical moments on this map. And with Imperial's T side, they have good utility usage, so it is pretty slow. But this is what we've seen BLUEJAYS doing quite a bit of yesterday. Look at him. Fur has no idea.
It's crazy, man. The timing to do this. And as well, it's the double molly that confirms that no one's in playground, because you can smoke the first, but you rarely smoke the second. It's too much of an investment. So Blame gets all the way in. Orc does find that mid-pick. Farley just gets out in time. Config also escaped Con back to the bomb site.
Fallen's dead.
Yeah, Blame's won the round. Save. Just save. It's over. It's done. They're going to try frag out on B.
Anyway, Hugo, about the ostrich burger.
Yes, so ostriches have really long legs. Surely there's some protein in that.
You know, there used to be ostrich racing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you get on the back, or you just like...
You get on the back, you hold on.
I'm sure they wouldn't like that. The only videos I've seen of ostriches, or maybe it's emus, they're pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
So is Blame. Pretty aggressive at times. Zip will catch that player with a Molotov out.
Doesn't have a big neck, though.
No. Squawk.
Clark. Config.
We lose to Squawks.
35 seconds left.
Maybe.
Bomb now recovered.
Yeah.
Potentially a round to be had here for Imperial.
Oh, Glaive's got all the way through. He's won the round. He has
You said that earlier, Hugo.
He has what is unlosable for Glaive because they're saving. He's won the round.
Glaive has won the round. Can you believe it?
I was scared for a second because there was a gap into B through short, but Imperial won't take it. And man, what do you make of all these saves? What do you make of this T side?
Slow.
Very.
Very slow. But also, you can't really do much about it either. You know, you lose the bomb in towards mid because you didn't clear playground. BLUEJAYS got there. You didn't think about it because the AWP Far League was still peeking middle. Gets the picks. You realize, you think no one's pushed forward. No rifles behind us. You get caught by BLUEJAYS. Bombs down. You're so far away from recovering the bomb. I think it's just the issue on Overpass. If you commit the bomb too far one side, the pack is elsewhere. That's just a mistake overall.
Yeah, I think Art was tweeting the other day about how he wants this map removed, right? Obviously, there's a lot of talk of map pools, people getting bored of Inferno. I'll hold this thought. Oh my goodness, they're running!
It's a rush B. Imperial have had enough of just sitting back and running the clock down, so they're going very quick into the B site. Oh, Config
dunk.
sends it on in. Quick nade kill on FNX. Vinny falls pretty quickly after as well. And it's just falling apart all over the seams here for Imperial.
Tagged.
Fallen's on 16 HP already. Config diving down. Wants to finish off his prey, but Bolts fends off the offensive.
Oh, no.
And this might just turn into a round win for Imperial. But as soon as I say that, Bolts take it down in the double wall bang from Farley.
Oh, lovely shooting for Farley. Even tagged up Fallen before he finished the job. And Config, he's not really had to do a lot in this game with all these saves as the rotate player. But, yeah, comes in with a big double kill. Some nice shooting there. Even though he doesn't wall-bang the plant, he peeks a bit wide. Gets caught by the cover of Bolts. Yeah, as I was saying, Art was talking about removing this map. I think a lot of people, when you think about map pool changes, you think about, some say Mirage, some say Dust, some say Inferno. Like the classic maps, the maps that maybe are a bit stale, especially I think Dust. I don't want Mirage removed. I'm not the biggest Mirage fan, but I think it's such a classic map. And there are still so many things you can do. I think maps like Dust can get very old, very stale, very boring. But Overpass, which is kind of a new one. Why, when I try and talk about this, do Imperial keep rushing B? He mollied himself! Zip mollied himself! 1G!
That's a real bad 1G right there.
He had a smoke, he pulled the wrong
That's almost a protest technique right there. Self-motion.
What is it called?
Self-motion.
Oh dear, they're gonna lose the round. Is that scroll nades, Dinko? Is that scroll nades?
Self-immolation.
You got it. Yeah, right in front of the White House.
That's a hard word to say, actually.
Yeah, immolation.
Immolation?
Yeah, that is right. He had a smoke, but he dropped the Molotov on top of the Molotov. I've never seen that.
Fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
Turns out, best solution to fire is not fire.
He's become a
flame with the exits.
Another one added to the tally. 4 up on the board. 5 potentially here as he can. Not to find a kill though.
Oh, run.
Run.
Nice.
And it's 5 on the board for Imperial. Thank you, Zipix.
There's no smoke without fire, hey?
No fire without fire.
Yep. No smoke at all.
No
Not in that round.
At all.
I can't believe it, man.
I want to see Zip's face.
That's a tilter. And he's been solid at B. That's why I can laugh. He's been solid all game.
No one's looking at.
Well, he doesn't have to tell anyone. Oh, they molly me barrels, guys. They molly me. Why are you in the kill feed? I don't know. Bug.
You know the molly bug where it says, you accidentally. Bro, I swear I threw a smoke and a fire came out. My smoke's broken.
If you're using scroll nades, now is the time to go and bind each grenade to a different key. Come on, guys. You're not on a controller. You have enough keys on your keyboard. You have enough fingers on your hands.
And you've got the brain power to adapt to the change.
Yeah. That being said, Simple uses scroll nades, but I've never seen him do that. Don't scroll nade.
Unless you're simple.
Yeah, unless you're simple. Are you simple? Probably not.
If you are simple, hello, simple. Oh, Cliff. Push. Vinny catches him, and Vinny gets a double.
They just love a B rush.
Here we go. Zip. Gets one in towards Monster, but gets traded out almost immediately.
I love these Vinny rounds where he just goes ham. Same as last round, just runs out, runs through a smoke, and triple entries. What a way to do it. The Vinster comes in
Vin
big.
Overpass.
Vin
Diesel.
Vino.
Family.
Well, finally, a save is for Astralis this time, not Imperial.
Amazing.
And now they're poised to go for a very good T side.
Which means could be an Imperial 2-1 victory over Astralis.
That would be shocking, wouldn't it? Imperial 2-0ing the group.
All right. I mean, one of their wins was over Finest, but this one...
What are you saying?
That
they're the
Imperial
finest.
should beat Finest. But what I'm also saying is, Astralis going down to Imperial, now that would be quite devastating for the Astralis side.
This would be legit if they could do it.
Well, fist bumps go out, and concerned expressions creep upon the faces of the Astralis players. They now have to try and recover this game. And you try and stop as many rounds as Imperial can pick up, but given the situation economically for Astralis in this round, it should be Imperial taking a 7th, a fur into the molly. Right, he can't get caught from this again. He can. There's no way, surely not.
Blame and Playground? Nah, mate, never heard of it. Wouldn't happen. First solo. But Blame's not making a play.
Proving to us that he does find fun in the playground on his own.
Yeah, that's true. Someone's got to. Blame. Oh, he's done it. Blame's done it. Sorry, Fur.
He's done it again.
Easy clap.
And again.
Little boosty woosty.
And again. Advantage picked up for Astralis, but the problem is they still have weaker weapons, right? You've still got the USPs in play on Zip, who is already close to death. Farley fends off Fallen. Now Astralis have a 2-man advantage, and things are looking very good for the Danes to take 6 rounds. This was a beautiful layup for Imperial. I feel like they're just better in the quicker rounds in general.
Yeah, I mean, the B rushes are really all that's worked in terms of breaking through the buy round.
It was similar on Nuke as well, right? They had the quicker plays were really potent. Oh, bolts.
Oh, dear.
This could be a real issue for the Astralis side, because Config's down on B, but look what he's got. A USP. He has to win the rifles to come back and try and help out. But it has to be a retake now.
Yeah.
And there's one kit in play. It's on the back of BLUEJAYS. One single flash.
What?
Okay. Wallbang through the sight from BLUEJAYS, and that's the kill that pulls it back. Both gets caught by that one piece of utility Astralis had, and now they're pushing in towards the site. BLUEJAYS cutting through them. This is so much impact found on the CT side for BLUEJAYS. A 3K delivered, and now Bolt's left.
He knows.
He has to run away. He can't do anything about it. BLUEJAYS just going to get on the defuse and hold it. He's got the kit in his back, no problem.
Dude, insane round for Blame.
That's wild.
Insane round. But also, you know, that is the Blame show, sure. He set Glaive up with a gun in middle. He gets both kills on the retake. But Config as well. Like you said it yourself, he had a USP in pit. What's he to do? He did everything he had to do. He waited. He didn't give Imperial the info that he was there. They would have hunted the kill if they knew. They never cleared the pit. And then he gets flashed into the site for a bit of damage, flashed into Monster for a bit of damage, and he's just the bodyguard to Blame that helps him move back in. Config's playing a lot safer on this CT side than he was really on Mirage, especially in that T-half. Farley down on long, taking a deep peek, trying to catch anyone in playground, and he might find exactly what he's looking for. Might be deeper than they're ready, and so a flash won't come in time. Meanwhile, FNX and Bolts in the connector. BLUEJAYS waiting on an off angle. Ooh, he's hungry.
Very hungry. Gotta get those gains, and oh, he looks up towards top con. It's 1. Vinny trades it out 1 for 1, back into the 4v4, immediately established at the beginning of round 13. It's an unlucky number for some. We'll find out which side comes out worse for wear here.
Oh, this might get heard by the Toilets player. Config regressing on long. Farley can find the bomb. Oh, there, just about holds his shot, holds his nerve, and drops Fallen with the package. FNX full blind twice, goes back to the middle. He will be fine for now. Bolts is trying to pick B, but Zip is not offering up the kill as the solo monster player. He has got Glaive moving in alongside him. Vinny has a huge gap. Does he want to flank B though? Because they've got to get past 2 long players right now. Yeah. Toilet is in danger.
It's all about this kill, and Bolts is going to grab it. Vinny looking for the Winnie. Oh, he's found it as well. Glaive's head no longer attached to his rest of his body. And Config is in the bathrooms, 14 seconds. Can't really do much about this. Bolts is ready for him. Popping off, but that was some mad Foon speed right there from Config. Luckily, Bolts is able to deal with it.
What a round for Bolts. That first kill on a Farley on the AWP in Toilers was a sick shot. And he goes on with the closes to stop the save and stop any chance of that round being retaken by Astralis. 7 T rounds. We've talked about the difficulty of those T sides for Astralis and how they're carried by CT halves. You know, maybe carried by Blame at times. He's certainly won some rounds here on the CT side. It's probably not enough. I think even if Astralis get 8, they are going to be in hot water in this T half of Overpass. They've got to try and grab onto these last 2. Imperial have started to get more comfortable, find their form. Blame continues to push mid, and at this point it can be no surprise. Fur has to be ready.
That should have been an opening pick there from Glaive. And he really wants it, and he goes and finds it.
Nice.
Blame F's in the fountain.
He has cover from the AWP though. While he's watching the playground from Party.
That's where he spends most of his days.
Yeah, he's got a buddy at least. Oh, Farley peeking deep. They swap sides, they swap contacts. Then they go back. That's a lovely off angle for Blame. Last play finish checking. He is caught. That Fur's going to try and play off this. He seems aware. Oh, Farley rescopes in time. And they are just getting swept aside. Astralis with the cleanest round yet. Unless Bolt has anything to say. It's not done yet, folks. Now it is
now done.
Now it is done. Who killed him? We'll never know.
Ta-da! Double fist bump action from Blame F. Bolt Z never was going to win that round.
Bolt Z.
Wow.
Nice.
Boltsy.
Boltsy.
Boltsy now. 1 kill for Fallen in this half. FNX with 3. It has been a top-heavy scoreboard. Bolts with the majority of damage done. Bolts has died 3 times.
What a king.
That was his 3rd death.
I mean, there's been a lot of saving in the T side.
A lot of saving, yeah. Boltsy now. While Blame F up towards the party.
Of course.
He's going to look to see if he can crack open a cold one. But they've already gone long. They've already passed on by.
He's heard it. Where's the rotate? Complex's running up CT, but even his comp play is stuck, committed. FNX should get caught, although timing. Oh, this isn't good for Blame. FNX has hit the perfect gap. Bolt has double entry B as they push through Monster. Blame saves his teammates' life down in Con. But Config never rotated off the back of losing his 2 teammates to the Monster side. Even though Blame called, lads, they're running long. They've taken Spawn. Config cut down again. Very weird round right now where Astralis seemingly had all the info, but none of the ability to win it unless Blame can ace.
Oh, well, Blame gets ripped apart. Vinny takes him out. Blame unable to really amount to much. And yeah, I mean, we're looking at Imperial in a very good position. Considering this T-half start, I thought it didn't look that great, to be honest. But a couple of rounds being found, some quicker ones. The inconsistency from Astralis' CT side, it's been impressive.
Yeah. I think Imperial are, without a doubt, favourites now in this matchup, just due to where we are, the level that we're getting, the players that we've had step up.
And Fallen's going to be on the CT side.
Yeah, I don't think I've said Fallen's name or half.
I did. Point out, he had 1 kill. Still got 1 kill.
Oh, still got 1 kill. Oh, dear.
Well, better than Kadian.
The fact
yesterday.
that you get 7 rounds, T side, CT, like, what am I saying? CT side, with Fallen having 1 kill.
No, it was T-side.
T-side, yeah, I was getting really confused there.
It's just the colours.
Yeah, they're wrong. Okay, nice.
Trust yourself, you good.
God, I was thinking, like, I swear they were T-side.
It's okay. Oh, Config. That's a quick opener.
Oh,
Zippex following up. And for, at least he gets 1, but it's not enough really here for Imperial to feel good about the start of this.
Paciest mid-take in the entire map so far.
It comes in the pistol round. I reckon Bolts is just using this P2000 because he wants the placebo of the new sound, or a different sound.
New sound?
It's new.
Nice. New P2K just
Dude,
dropped.
the new sounds just got released, bro.
Yeah, 6 years ago.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Oh, nice smoke. Electronic smoke down for Vinny. Gonna give him a bit of room, but he's got the kit. Gonna be churned up by Glocks. In they come. Or do they? Gonna send Glaive on a mission.
Now, don't get in your own head here. Give too many fights away.
And the bomb's left.
And Vinny Spotting out one short.
The worst rounds. It's like, why are they... Oh, God, they're splitting up 4-on-2. Imperial thought they had the read, the gamble was good, but then Astralis spread thin. They send Glaive into A. Whatever he gets, he sets them up for the B play. He either draws Imperial out of the bomb site or he flanks them, and it's the former, but now he knows. No one's
They have a
in B.
kit here for Imperial. They're going to get another quick kill here. Maybe something can happen of this.
Look at the space taken, though.
Very deep. Oh, that's a lovely little angle spotted. Good team play here from Astralis to peek out and close, and Astralis pick up the first round of the second half.
Trace continues to try and get the boys hyped as well, trying to pull this all the way back, as it has been a very tough game today for Astralis. They've not been coming through easy. They had to work hard to win their map pick in 30 rounds when they were not favored there at the end. They won it on a low buy, a lot of eco wins in that half, and even Mirage, they just got destroyed. So this is a hard-fought game for Astralis. Going to try and do it on the T side of Overpass.
Imperial have decided to force their way into this one. Fall in with the scout. MP9 for Fur, everybody else on upgraded pistols. BLUEJAYS gets out into water first, realizes the next likely spam is to be the position he was just standing in, so uses the timing of the sound to get out of that. BLUEJAYS actually does get picked out. Finny and Fur off to a flyer hit for Imperial. First 2 kills are theirs. But Astralis fight back in the bathrooms and they gain quite a bit of control. They start to move their way quickly in towards this A site.
Ooh, tag.
They're softened up now.
They're going to bail. At least one player running back.
These are slow, tentative rounds, but also you can get into chaos in these last few seconds. Is still committing into the A site. Config over the top. Fantastic flash setup for Farley. And Config deals with the second player. Fallen though, still a threat. Finally gets taken out. Falls into the 1v2 and so close. But Farley will stand tall. Astralis will take the round. But my God, that is close again.
Oh, a sigh of relief for Astralis. They only just get it gone as they go into the stack, the belly of the beast, but the stomach acid will not chew Astralis up. Nice flash for Farley. Config goes multi, and we needed that. He has had a very quiet day today, as have the old core of Astralis and Zip and Glaive, still pretty silent. But Astralis are still putting rounds together, getting rid of the force. Now comes the easy one. Blame going quick into that B side, farming with a Mac 10. Dink though, not ideal. But not going to hold him back. 2 kills, lets his team go back in and scout.
He sniffs it. He smells them. The pistols. Unarmored opponents.
Yum, yum, yum,
The delicacy of BLUEJAYS.
Alligator searching. And he skinned him dry.
$200 in the bank now. Astralis, 10 rounds. 1 up.
All right. All right. Okay, we got Mac 10s. It's a bonus. So...
Would you go to that nightclub?
Which one?
That one.
Pretty grungy. Let's try it.
I reckon it'd be one of those ones would probably be...
I wouldn't pay an entrance fee.
No, you wouldn't?
No.
What if it's like a secret knock kind of vibe nightclub?
Well, how would I know the knock if it's secret?
You'd be in, wouldn't you? You'd be illegal crime boss or something.
I don't think I want to be an illegal crime boss. Maybe a legal crime boss.
Yeah. Love those guys.
Oh, goodness.
BLUEJAYS.
Through the smoke. That's crazy.
Yep, and it's Mac 10, so BLUEJAYS taking a bit of a risk, coming in with the first kill. That's a massive pick to find as well up against Imperial's buy.
And killing the invincible Bolt, 18 and 7. He's dead. So I guess not invincible after all. Orp is on A, but Fallen again has 2 kills in this map. Fur on long. I mean, even if they don't flash, they should trade. Jump doesn't see him, they line up. Oh dear, it's a murder on long. Fur with all 3 and the bomb. They're going to have to reroute. Fur going to get caught with nades, perhaps. He peeks with the flashbang, the nade up close. They're just trying to bully him, batter him, bruise him, but Fur puts on a show. 4, and there's the closer by FNX. Imperial, what a round to win.
Fur is destined to just get 4Ks. Never the ace. Never the ace. But another 4K for him in the series. And frustration on Config's face again. not great here. Not a great look for Astralis there. First pick's found immediately at the beginning of the round, and then they all run long into Fur and die.
God, this is... I mean, I can't tell you what's going to happen. Fallen has a mid-spawn, but he's not going to take it. Chilling. The fact that they can be this competitive with 2 players having 6 kills combined, that's a nice shot for Farley. They get a B opener in back-to-back rounds. Last time Astralis didn't commit after Blame found that monster pick. Maybe they will this time. It's a weakened B bomb site. Ver can always rotate down to heaven and help out. Dropping in utility to the bomb site. Bolt is getting curious.
Curious Bolts. My favorite monkey movie. Curious George. Throwback. I remember that one.
Yeah, good cartoon. Was it a cartoon?
I think it was a cartoon movie, yeah.
Oh, he's going to find it. Shot. Oh, and he flicks back Dink, though. They're chasing him down. Sit with a flash. Not going to do a thing. Bolts ducks below. Grenades from the B-bomb site. Oh, Clay finds him. Good grenade. Dies at least a hero. Takes 2 with him to the grave. 3 on 3, but Config is very deep right now. However, the AWP is here. We still don't know what's going to happen with Fallen. He's got 2 kills, but this is the first time he's had a CT AWP in position, missed shot, flashes over the top, looking for more, hits a tag. Fallen needs to finish the job, but he can't escape. Config's clutches. 3 on 2, Astralis are in.
The fire holds him at bay for the moment, but Imperial, you look at what they've got available, and there's nothing. So they're going to slink on down into a save call again, and that does allow Astralis to continue to move forward with their scoreline. 11 rounds. You start to see what I mean about predicting Astralis to win this one, but just barely battling their way through it. It feels like they're just going to stay ahead, keep edging these rounds out, but never really feeling convincing the whole way through this series.
A win's a win, but it will feel a bit bittersweet if they do it like this in map 3. Just close enough. Imperial breathing down their neck still. 9 rounds to the 11 of Astralis. This game's getting awfully tight. And yeah, Fallen, you finally get him on the AWP in the position to win the round. He hits a tag and then he gets killed. That just is only going to keep you in the doldrums, isn't it? It's only going to keep you back. Hoping for a late activation from Fallen. Let's see if he can do it.
An update from the other stream?
Hit me. Big or Fnatic?
Big.
They've won it?
They've taken the
It's
series
over?
2-1 over Fnatic.
I mean,
Big.
props to Fnatic for even taking a map there.
Yeah, and a very convincing map at that. 16-10 finishing the series are big. Over Fnatic with a 2-1 victory. 16-10 on Vertigo.
Ah.
Big performance coming in from Roy. 63 kills across the series, 1.23 rating.
Wow.
Searson top fragging for the big side.
Oh, we like that, yeah. Okay, yeah, I think that's good. Big win. Fnatic still put on a show. Definitely still a contender in this tournament right now. Fallen throwing himself into the middle. Had enough of getting rounds stolen away from him. But still can't find a thing. Puts pressure on, resets long. Astralis take middle, not fearful of Fallen. They've got a nice, tasty gap up the banana. Gonna try and chow down. If they don't go toilets, they completely bypass this entire setup for Imperial. Oh my goodness, Glaive has put together the perfect ruse. And they're gonna walk right in.
Creepy.
They're gonna flank, do they flank B? Because 2 of their players are lower right now. Oh, it's so tempting.
It is tempting, but the steps being made right now from FNX, they need this pick.
Yeah.
And then you're going to smoke it off and consider the plan straight away. There's still 2 players from Imperial at long side. Fur running back, looking to fight, but Glaive has seen him on the peek out. Imperial is such a difficult spot with Zip-Ace in the bathrooms. It's starting to just become a save call again here for Imperial. The gap was left open, and it was taken by Astralis.
Yeah, the worst part about that is when a player comes up CT and dies, they don't even know that it's not just one guy who's hit some great timing on truck. The entirety of a Fallen. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, that hurts. He held the shot. He tried to play trigger discipline, and
maybe
work.
Fallen's become a pacifist this map. Who knows?
It feels like it, but yeah, if every round he's in a position to do anything, Oh dear. Flawless, or not flawless, but everyone dead, rather. Flawed for Imperial. No saves allowed.
Oh, saved. But 12-9, 4 rounds away from victory here at Astralis. It's starting to kick into gear for them because you look over at the other side of things, it isn't great. Ooh, decision to buy. All right, this is interesting. First bought into a rifle. Everybody else is going to be going with a few pistol upgrades here and there with some Kevlar, but I don't give this round much of a chance.
No, I can't believe as well, like this is Astralis poised to win the series, especially if they break this round. It's crazy because what a time to break your T-side woes. At the end of the game when you get a, measly 7-round CT side on Overpass. And they're going to walk a smoke. This calling has been really good in the T side for Astralis. They found all the gaps, they've done it again. Anti-eco into B, always the right choice. And Blame is going to churn 2. There's one more behind the smoke, he knows it. That smoke came down for Vinny, getting spammed through it. Out of heaven, not for long.
BLUEJAYS is just a mad fragger.
Yeah.
Nobody's found that. Config coming through as well, just Fur with the rifle that he bought into this one. He's finally got something from it. Oh, okay. Little headshot on the last go. Not going to work. 13 for Astralis, 3 away from picking up victory in the series, heading up into that upper bracket. And, we're looking at a playoff stage that will have a crowd. So if you're in Denmark or Sweden, you're a fan of Astralis, come down to Lund tomorrow, the day after.
Yeah. Both of those days.
Yeah.
Gonna have a nice little crowd event here in Lund. Lovely
Stage
city.
is looking cool as well.
It is. Yeah, it's getting built day by day, bit by bit.
It's got LEDs. It's got colors.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to go. And Astralis are too, because they've been on the warpath this T side. A near flawless half right now.
You can just see Gleb's calling is much more comfortable on a map like Overpass, where he's actually played it. Mirage, so much. Swing out from Gleb, not comfortable at the beginning of this one. Fur giving him the first kill. All in. Nice. A shot at long.
First kill of the half.
Surely Imperial convert this now.
I mean, this is how they made Nuke even close. It was super one-sided. I think they did it off of an eco win, and then they pulled back up to 14. But it felt like, off the back of Astralis' streak, they're ready to end the game. And Imperial suddenly gave us a few more rounds, a blip of light on the radar. Hey, if Zip's trying wallbangs, there's one that would kill Fur right here, right now. Spams instead. Good angle for Vinny, wow. Blame can barely see him, but the headshot is enough. 2-on-4 into the lower bomb site. They're going to get the bomb. Zip's got to get some nasty opener kill here. Bolt's a hard position to clear, especially with an orb. Don't think this is the first place Farley checks. Zip showing his face on short. Oh, Farley. Oh, he didn't spot him. Legs seen first. Bolt gets the kill. And Zip trying to go mad, but only good for one. Vinny holds strong, and he has been doing so on the B site with bolts. Not just how Zip, I was going to say was. He did a few rounds, but he also mollied himself, so certainly wasn't a flawless half.
I loved it. Was the highlight of this whole series, I think.
Yeah. All right.
More of that.
With how many close rounds we've had, Astralis, they lose one. Back to broke. Just Blame.
Fallen now taking his AWP to battle. Will he be able to get another pick in towards mid? No one giving him that chance. Astralis instead are grouping up outside of the B site. It looks like the artillery strike about to come into the boosted position.
Boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Nothing in their room.
Spend the night together. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, this is a very difficult round to win with just Blame. He's right now holding Monster. They're going to group back at the B side. They've got lots of util. Astralis plan to run and execute, and that is one way to execute. FNX spams config. There's another player in con. He just thought it was clear after one kill, and now it's falling apart. Blame's got an entry. It's just Vinny on B.
And he's got an AUG. Will he be able to deliver with a scoped gun? Waiting.
I love the stalemate.
Biding his time. Waiting for utility. It's about to come in here for Astralis. Vinny's going to be under pressure, but he's got a better position. And so therefore will take out Zipex, drawing the numbers back to an equilibrium. Utility saved as well here for Vinny. Throws the smoke down. Forces Astralis into a narrow corridor on the right side of the smoke and fallen. Brings down Glaive. Fnatic there to clean it up, and Imperial, fantastic recovery, in particular there from Vinny.
Yeah, Peacemaker pumping Fallen back up. Came in with a 2K, AWP, and USP closer. So, you know, Fallen's not the kind of guy to give up. But at the same time, just trying to wake him up near the end of this game. If Fallen suddenly gets activated, has a few AWP rounds on this A site perhaps, I think there's a way that Imperial could certainly long this game out. Astralis' money's still bunk. Mac 10s. I'd love a fast con right now. Sprint through con, come up into middle, or even out into B short.
So
Two players will run.
You want a quick round here, Hugo.
I want a quick round. You got the Mac, you got the Tech 9s. They found a lot of gaps in this T side. Let's see if they can get more.
Relatively quick. But Astralis have now slowed it down. BLUEJAYS waiting for the mistake from Imperial, waiting for the overextension, the aggressive maneuver, but it's not coming his way. Astralis will not be given any free kills at the beginning of this round. They will have to fight for them. And fight they will towards this B site. Utility starting to be placed. Double setup, the monster side. Bolt's under pressure, but deals with this so many times, deals with it without issue. Nade takes out Glaive, the rest of his teammates stepping up, and Bolt with the final few bullets in the chamber is able to take away the last. A flawless round for Imperial. Astralis really get nothing done.
Oh, dude, this is scary now. This is suddenly not an Astralis game. They're flawless in, and they're running away with the T side, and they're 6-1 up on the second half. They now have to work for this one. Imperial have woken up. Fallen started to hit a couple of kills. Still 5-16. Still in the backpack of Vinny and Bolts, but better late than never. And 1 or 2 kills can still have resounding impact here on an AWP. Astralis.
They're the last legs, Hugo. If they lose this round, they're going to be down to a weak bye for Astralis. Yeah. Lost bonus will start to build soon, but it's not going to be at the point where you're going to continue to be able to buy just yet. So Imperial have a real opportunity. If they win this round, they might just take the lead of this game.
That is a terrifying prospect. Flame does not want to let it happen. The wallbang onto FNX finds tasty damage, but they'll hunt it down. He heard it. Bolt's got it. 4-on-4, quickly equalized. Good stuff by Imperial. First got an angle. This is lovely. That pole will block bullets and seriously soak the damage. Bolts follows up, and they're going to waltz into this angle, but it's Further peek first into Farley. 3-on-3.
That's annoying, because he had a perfect position. He should have... That should have been a follow-up kill. It should have been the 4v3. Maybe gets traded out, but at least he gets the one, keeps you ahead. Unfortunate stuff that. Traded out. Now we hit the 45-second mark. Astralis, if they go to the B site, quite a recessive setup over here right now from Imperial.
Bolt's in a crazy spot.
Bolt's has been good though.
Yeah.
Can rely upon him. If there is one player you would rely upon on his own, Bolts would be that player. 26-12. Can call for the rotation of FNX, but because of where Bolts is playing, he's not going to pick up info that early. He's got to rely on the utility to give way. Here they come. Bolts will hear them. Can he get a pick? First bullet inaccurate, but recovers to get that pick. Now looking for the second. Config runs him down, creates space, and allows Astralis into the site with just enough time. Shot from Farley upon the peak, and it's just fallen left in the 1 versus 2.
Hey, if he wins it, it makes up for absolutely everything. But you're right, picked up AK and gone to Farley, who finds 3 with the AWP. Massive round for Farley. We're talking AWPs, we keep talking Fallen. Farley takes the show today, picks that first player on long behind the pole, and goes on to close out both players in the 2v2 post plant. Lovely round out of Farley. T-side AWP finding impact and keeping Fallen down in the doldrums might have saved Astralis' bacon. You said it yourself, Dinka. That was their money for that round. That was the equalizer. That was the way for Imperial to start taking the lead back, and now it's denied. But they can still rebuy. They won a few in a row. It's just going to be their last. So this is it. This is Astralis about to win the entire series and go through 2-0 in the group, straight to the upper bracket of the playoff. This round is it. the most important one. It will put Imperial on pistols.
If you want to join us in Lund from tomorrow onwards, you can do so by scanning the QR code on screen now. You can get yourself a ticket. We'll see if Astralis will be booking their tickets to the upper bracket portion of the playoffs in just a moment. If Imperial win this round, the game's still back in play.
And 149 sec, just divide that by 10. That's 15 quids. 15 squids. It's nothing. Come meet the pros. Come watch CS. See you there.
There's even going to be Paula here.
Yeah, sadly. I mean, we couldn't.
We got to reduce the discount even.
Happy birthday, Paula, by the way.
Yeah, happy birthday, Paula. We all love you, actually. If you can hear us, hope you're having a great day. Oh, smoke down. And Monster. Astralis grouped up outside of Monster right now. Got one player of Config up towards mid. Will it be a peak or a mid play? Who knows?
You can tell that the game is very different right now. The pressure's on. We've stopped doing these fast, explosive opening kills for Astralis. They're going into a very slow default, finding that gap in middle, taking no risks, using utility this time. They don't want to risk walking into an AWP. Flashes out Monster. Oh, he peeked a second too soon. Vinny, before it popped, got the spot, and Blame gets dropped. There's an angle to zip, but he can't see. He just fires off a reaction and finds that trade. 4 on 4. 25 seconds they've got to go.
Fallen. Oh, spotted a player just right in front of him, but can't really take the opportunity. But the bomb is at the back of the pack, and he knows the Farlick's there. He knows that he's got him, but he has to move quickly. Has to move around. Scope has made the sound, but it draws him into first crosshair and a double kill. Coming into the CT in the time. It's so limited. Bomb loose. And Astralis will not be taking map point. Imperial will pick up a round and stay competitive in this series.
Even though Fallen doesn't get a kill there, like you said, it's the scope, it's the noise, and that player hears it. Farley tries to turn around and fight Fallen, and then Fur peaks. Yeah, sure, it wasn't ideal for Imperial, but they will take what they can get at this point. Massive round out of Fur, who's sitting on the top of the A site and puts up a double kill. Imperial live to fight another round. Hold on when their money is about to be absolutely crunched, Dinko. And we have no idea what's going on now.
Config's going to make me yawn.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, man.
It's been a long series. It has very much been.
Astralis from Dallas as well, so maybe the jet light's getting to them. But BLUEJAYS says it doesn't exist. He's a liar.
Well, that's. I mean, he's built different.
He is built different. He is an
jet
absolute juggernaut himself.
Does exist.
Just maybe not for BLUEJAYS.
It's because he lives on the flat plane, the flat Earth, and so it's just easy to travel. Those are things. Time zones.
BLUEJAYS isn't a flat earther.
No, obviously not.
We'll just make that very clear.
Maybe needs clarifying.
But perhaps the moon landing didn't happen.
All right, slow down, Michael.
All right, we are on the land of the Swedes. But we now look at the buy for Astralis. It is an 80k for Config, AWP for Farley. And that's really it. This is scary. This could be 14-14. This could be an Imperial victory, perhaps, again, opening up.
Don't play with my heartstrings, Dinko.
I play your heartstrings like an instrument.
Like a banjo.
Like a
strumming away
at you. Yeah, that's what I like to do.
Strum diddly dum.
Diddly dee.
Diddly dum.
Didgeridoo.
That's my favorite instrument for sure.
A big wooden thing, isn't it?
Sure.
It makes a cool noise actually, the didgeridoo.
Dude, this is what year is it? 2016. He's pushing toilets. Oh my, Zip
rolling
is
him back.
Alone.
At the bench, strong position, but spotted with the peak on up. So Fur has to quickly change position. Oh no! Fallen peeks out towards long and opens up a chance.
this T side, right? Whether it's walking through monster smokes or walking that one round where they go all the way up short A into the bomb site without anyone realizing from Imperial. And right there, they find the gap on long. Fallen jump spots it, and Astralis, they just pick him out of the sky and run wild into the bomb site. Great utility this game from Farley. He has had some phenomenal flashbangs on the T side to put Astralis in the sights. You talk about, you know, opening kills and players providing it and Farley not often being that guy. Well, if he's at the back of the pack throwing flashes like that, I buy in. Astralis find 15 off of an eco round, the round that should have allowed Imperial to equalize.
Yeah. Well, this is it for Imperial. Either you win this round or you're done. Astralis will take the series 2-1. Now, Imperial obviously got off to a winner's start yesterday, so it's not too scary for them at the moment.
Oh dear, Blame got it.
He did. Another opening for Blame, not bad at all. Showing some aggression. Giving Astralis the perfect opportunity now to take this series. If they convert this 5v4, and they're up against weaker weapons here. Only one rifle in play right now for Imperial.
Yeah, Blame 7-3 in opening duels this map. Farley 4-1. These have certainly been massive factors as to this T-side comeback for Astralis. Recall that Imperial got 7 rounds on their T-side. Felt like that was enough. Or actually, rather 8 rounds. So Astralis quite a comeback. Shadow advantage, first sees one, but there's a Molotov and there's conflict in trade. He's trapped. He got more damage than you should ever be able to in that position. Fallen's reaggressing, but the orb won't clear it. Oh, he's walking in. Flash. Farley has to dodge it. Fallen's dead, and this orb continues to wreak havoc. 4-on-2 for Astralis to go to the playoffs.
Astralis surely have no problem with making it that. They just have to drop FNX and Vinny. A kit in the hands of FNX rather, but no utility for either. Bomb's going to go down on the B side. Both players for Imperial elsewhere start to realize they've got to make that rotation down. They've got to try and compete here, but getting through Blame F is a big problem. They've now used another smoke. Astralis keeping them at bay. Nick goes forward, softens them up again. Vinny finally taken out in just a moment before FNX will come through heaven and be taken out as well.
This is it, folks. What a drawn-out series. What an